never fades to it, but you know, that's the way it be, you know. Anyway, how you guys doing today? I hope well, as always. There was some weird stuff with the stream still lately, but we won't talk about that right now because I don't care that much. I really don't. Anyway, so how's everybody doing? Today we're just kind of doing more of a chill day. Kind of what we're getting up to today. Really what the plan is, if you guys don't know. And it's kind of the reason I'm starting a little bit late. I'm still a little bit late even with the planning on starting a bit later than usual. We're just going to be watching the Summer Games Fest today. It's a bit longer. I think it's about like 3 hours or so, based on like the schedule stuff they've posted online. So that, I mean, that's totally fine. But we're going to be watching it for a bit. It starts in 20 minutes from now, and that's kind of the plan. I'm going to get off of my own music thing, and I'm just going to go to the general screen. Actually, you know, we'll stay here for a minute. Yeah. I don't really have too much to talk about beyond that. A few things that were, like, based on that probably won't be shown here because they were shown on Sony's thing. Nothing too crazy. They showed some stuff, but really the main thing that stuck out to me, I think there was another thing too that I'm like completely forgetting. Well, one is that Spider-Man, the like PS5 remaster version, is coming to PC, which is pretty sick. That's actually crazy. So I'm super interested in that. I haven't really played it. I've seen a bit of it, but I've never really tried to play it myself. So, you know, whatever, it's what it is. But it's cool to see it on PC. That was one that I didn't really think would come to PC. I thought they would really want to keep that as like a PS5 exclusive or PS5, PS4 exclusive. So I'm surprised by that. I genuinely am. But it's cool to see. It's really cool to see. I think the other thing they have was, and another cool thing is the game, the Callisto Protocol, which they showed more of, and they showed some kind of gameplay. Didn't have any like HUD elements on the screen, which I know that's kind of the whole point of like the game. The game, if you haven't seen it, it's basically by like the director of Dead Space. I think, was it the director or producer? I'm not sure. I think it was the director of Dead Space, or like the writer of it, or whatever position they are. It was definitely the main person about Dead Space. If you've ever seen, there's an online video talking about some of the complications of Dead Space. I forget who did it, but it exists online. That's talking about like the complications of making Dead Space and some of the problems they ran into. And he's the same guy talking about it. That's working on that game now. Different company, not EA, but it's basically like the spiritual successor to Dead Space. People have been like, oh, some of the concepts for like Dead Space 3 that never made it are now in this one, based on the trailer, which is pretty freaking cool. And it looks great. It looks excellent. And I can't wait to play it. So yeah, and it looks excellent. It's being advertised as PS4, PS5 specifically, but it is on their website listed as going to PC. It just says PC though, but that doesn't particularly mean it's Steam, which is kind of a sucky thing. Anytime it's like, oh, it's going to come to PC, it's like, oh, that's fine. But now it's like, oh, it's going to go to Epic and their game store, and it's like, or something else Sony does in the future, something to combat Game Pass on PC or something, if they do that. Who knows? But that's out in December, I think, like December 2nd or something, which is pretty rad. So I'm looking forward to that. It looks really, really cool. So that might be something we play in the future. Might not be either if we make it that far. That's a joke about the stream wanting to die. Anyway, so yeah, that is something I'm interested in. Also after the Summer Games Fest, there's like an hour gap. So I don't know what we'll do during that. We'll probably talk about some of the stuff. There's 3 hours of content here. We're definitely gonna have stuff to talk about. But like after the hour, there's another thing. There's Devolver Digital's kind of thing. I'm not hugely into Devolver Digital a lot. I'm not like so into them that I'm like, yes, Devolver Digital, I have to see all their stuff they're doing. But I talked about this before. A game I'm looking forward to is Cult of the Lamb. It looks really cool. I haven't seen too much more about it. They shared like a new like cult character that they're gonna have that's just like available, some like crocodile character. But they said they have a lot to talk about, and they said in June we're gonna have an announcement about the release dates. So yeah, that'll probably be holiday too if they're only announcing it now. It's probably gonna be a bit of a ways out. I hope not though. I hope it's like, you know, August, honestly. But it probably won't be. It'll probably be October, likely, is my thought. End of October is my thought. Could be later than that, but it seems thematically fitting and like a realistic date to expect when they're announcing it now. So, yeah, but I'd love if it's out sooner, because I really want to play it. And it looks really freaking cool. And I'm curious about it. But at the same time, who knows what's going to happen. So, yeah, there's that. But, you know, it's still cool, and that's why I want to see that show. So we will be watching that as well after. But there's 3 hours of Summer Games Fest, so we have all that to watch. Which, yeah, I don't really know what to expect. I don't know. I know some of the teams that are there, but there's not like a lot of games that they hold and have that I'm like, yes, I need to see that. Or like, oh, I'm really curious about that. But you never know, they might surprise me. There might be things that I'm not even thinking about. And those are just the announced studios that was like listed on the Summer Game Fest Twitter. There's probably a bunch of other studios that we don't even know it's going to be there. It's like surprises and stuff. There's been rumors going around past several days now of Kojima's game was like leaked as being this horror game called Overdose, and there's like a crusty picture of a supposed logo of what it looks like, and people are like seeing a symbol in it that was used in PT in the Silent Hills demo, that they're like, oh, there's a connection, and people are like, oh, it's Margaret Qualley that was in Death Stranding, she's Mama. We haven't seen her yet in the playthrough. Actually, no, we have talked to her, we've seen her. There'll be more stuff with her and all the other characters. There's tons of other stuff. We only just started with that. If you've seen the... Actually, no, we never even got that far in the original playthrough from like 2020, so never mind. But we will be getting to that stuff. Anyway, she's supposed to be like the main character in it, so that's interesting. But who knows if that's legitimate, and if it is, we might see something here. We probably won't, because Kojima. He's like, no, we can't announce anything here. Sorry, Jeff. Maybe we'll just... If I know Kojima, if he was to actually tease something, it would just be, there is something that's being worked on. You definitely haven't seen anything about it. And it's gonna be, I'm announcing it's gonna be announced a bit more at Gamescom. Kojima loves Gamescom, holy crap. It's easier for him to get to, I guess, but he just announces everything at Gamescom. But hopefully if there is something that Kojima can announce, it is here. That'd be awesome. I'm not betting on that, though. Not at all. There is going to be Bloober Team here, which I know on Twitter people are like super against them. And fair enough. There was things I didn't know that make me go, yeah, okay, I get it. There's some like stuff about them, like, I don't know if they're like stealing ideas, but I think that's kind of that for like some of their games. And then also like the Medium, which we did try to play on stream a while ago. It didn't really work out because the game's performance was terrible. I was also doing it on this PC I'm doing the stream from now, and it's barely handling the stream, so probably asking a bit much from it, but anyway. yeah, it didn't really work out, so we didn't do that. I did play it on my own, fully through. It was enjoyable enough. It was a little repetitive, but it was okay. It wasn't bad. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it was decent enough. But apparently the main mechanic in that is that you can kind of like go, you can render, they render like 2 different versions of the world at the same time occasionally. And you can actually go and see one side and the other side at the same time on both sides of the screen. You're like in 2 universes at once, or like 2 dimensions, or however it's described. Kind of vague in that sense, but it's kind of like Silent Hill, where like you can go between 2 different like, you know, you're in their main world and then you're in like the nightmare world, right? But in this game you see them both at the same time. Apparently they patented that, and so other game studios can't use that mechanic, at least like the specific way they did it. That's kind of bullshit. So yeah, I get that. But I do like their concepts of the games, and I do like the games they have, and I have played a fair bit of their games. I watched Layers of Fear, I never played it, but I played Observer, and I played The Medium. I've seen bits of the Blair Witch game. I've never played it, but I've seen enough of it that there's no value of me going to go and play it, so whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna get the music out of this here. This out of here. Alright. Primary. Oh, oops. This one. There we go. Wrong one. Oops. I'm not using the green screen today. I typically do that when it's more chill, and also when it's a longer stream that I'm probably going to get up at some point for. Knowing me. We're also not playing a game, so it's fine. I also read online it's totally fine to co-stream this. In years past, usually there's something you have to sign up for to be able to do it, but this one, I couldn't find anything about it, so I assume I'm in the clear, but if I'm not, oh fuck. Shit. Ugh. Drinking a Gatorade today. I don't usually drink them. But I'm out of my bottled water, and I didn't realize. So, I went with the Gatorade, the lemon lime. It's G0. I don't buy these. These are not typically for me. I'm not allowed to have them. But yeah. It's okay. It does taste like lime. I'm not gonna say it means it's great, but it's fine. Also, hopefully you guys can hear this fine. I have the audio here. I hooked up my old mouse today to my other computer so that I can like have both on both screens. Not that I really plan to be swapping from this one too much, but you know. There's a chance. I assume during the stream that they might have like promos and ads and stuff for like other things, because they've done that in the past. But that's like baked into the stream. But if they do a Twitch thing now where like there's auto pop-up streams and stuff, well, screw you, YouTube Premium. I shouldn't be seeing those. Haha. Got him. This music's fairly quiet though. I might have to turn it up a little bit. I'm not gonna do it now though. I'll wait until it starts. But yeah, we got 6 minutes. Yeah, I honestly don't really know what to expect to see. And also, Jeff Keighley, like, tweeted something saying like, you know, like make your, or like, you know, tame your expectations or something. Something he said like that. He's like, you know, or he said like humble your expectations or something like that, you know, like basically don't get your hopes up too much. Which you never want to hear, but I think it's more so he said that because he's like, you know, don't expect like super, super crazy things all the time from me. It's such a human thing to expect somebody, like anything, to be better than it was the last time, right? To the point where like, it's so common in like media to just like say that kind of thing. Me and my family, we watch The Masked Singer. And I'm like, it's fine. I feel like the later seasons of it have been like, you know, not amazing. They've been kind of repetitive a little bit, and they've been trying to change it up, but nothing's really worked. That's felt like good, and they usually get rid of it and then change it again the next season. But it feels so like corporate. It's very kind of irritating that way. If everything feels so forced. And one of the things that was annoying about it, I had a point and I completely freaking lost it. Oh my god, point gone. Damn it. I had a point and I went on a tangent to support my point and I lost it. God damn it. Something about Masked Singer. I'll think about it for a second. I was talking something about expectations. Anyway. Well, I brought that up and completely forgot my point. Oh, damn. Either way. Well, there's no point in that. I had a good thing going. I'm annoyed because I had a good point I was gonna make too. Oh. Yeah. I still think though it's good to maintain expectations regardless. You get to a point where it's just like you keep looking for improvement and stuff everywhere, and it's just like it's not gonna happen. Eventually you just gotta be like, nah. We're good, we're done. No reason to keep planning out things like that. We're just gonna be like, you know. Honestly, I try to set my expectations realistically, just to like, oh, there might be like one or two like game reveals, they might not be for me. And then the rest of the stuff, I just want updates on some stuff. I don't expect anything Nintendo. There won't be anything Nintendo. I think Nintendo is planning a Direct, but I don't know. I feel like they might be putting it off, because around this time I feel like we know it. Usually they're later though, so it's still possible for them to meet like a realistic time frame. But I do think that there's a part of this where Nintendo's maybe trying to delay it as much as they can realistically, because there's things that they still don't know like the status of yet. And so they're like, nah. We're not gonna mention this yet, or we're not gonna talk about stuff yet because we don't know. So who knows what the hell will go on with Breath of the Wild? What was the last delay of it? Is it coming out this year? Is it like, I think it's early next year, right? Ugh. What a pain. It's fine though. I mean, whatever, right? Like, you want it to be good. But it has been delayed a lot. Holy hell. I think the amount of delays that Breath of the Wild 2 has had has been more than the original game. Which is interesting because Breath of the Wild, like Breath of the Wild 2 is built off of the foundation of the first game. You have like you have a base to start from. You're just building on top of it and changing stuff, right? And Nintendo likes to always go the extra mile, especially with like their big things like Zelda and Mario and everything. But like, God, they've been delaying it a lot. I'm curious to know how big it is. I mean, Breath of the Wild's a big game. Don't get me wrong. Oops, I hit my key. Oopsie. But still. So, I don't know. Do not know. Hopefully it's good, though. Gotta be good. There's no way. I think there's a lot of that pressure, too. They, like, really want to, like, refine everything so well that it's like, there's no way it can be a bad game. But you still have to be careful with that, because you can over-refine things to the point where it's just not fun, but it's like, you know, mechanically it works perfectly, but it's like, it's not really that entertaining of a game loop in this one. Mind you, if they're following, like, the same philosophy as the first game, then there should be no reason. Just Mario Odyssey it, essentially. Not, like, completely, but, you know, have that logic where it's like, just add new stuff and make new things that make it fun. Also, Mario Odyssey 2 would be fantastic. I don't think it's gonna happen, but that'd be great. Or just a new 3D Mario that, like, builds off of everything that Mario Odyssey had and more, and makes it even better. That also works, honestly. It could be called something else. It might not be called Mario Odyssey 2. I would love a new Mario game that way, though. 3D Mario games are just amazing, dude. Especially like modern ones. I was never really a fan of Sunshine. I've always wanted to play it on stream just to be like, oh, I played it, you know? And we got through it. I don't think I'd 100% it because it's a bitch. Still 100%, but I at least want to complete it. But I want to figure out the best way to play it because I feel like you could play it through an emulator, which would be better, but there's some setup that I have to do to play it properly. But I could try to do like the Switch version, but it's a little 30 FPS, so it's kind of terrible. Alright, Games Fest, let's go. We're good. May contain content that some viewers might find offensive. We're fine here. We're fine here. There he is. Looks like last year.
Go. Hello, everybody. I'm Jeff Keighley, and this
Hell yeah, Jeff Keighley.
Fest, a live showcase of what's next in the wide, wide world of video games. We are live here in Los Angeles, so whether you're streaming from home
There he is.
or watching inside an IMAX theater, welcome to our show.
Oh yeah, it's in an IMAX theater. I forgot about that.
2 hours, we'll give you updates on the games you love, be joined by special developer guests, and yes, have a few surprises along the way too. Now, what
Of course, if you don't have any, people will be mad.
Is that it's a true cross-industry showcase. Whether you play on Xbox, PC, PlayStation, Switch, or mobile, we'll have games for you. It doesn't matter your platform of choice. We're all here to come together as one community.
I need to hear more.
Loves the art of amazing video games.
Again, let me know if it's too loud or whatever for you guys.
Industry are here like Call of Duty. You'll get introduced to exciting new worlds and new teams.
Call of Duty.
Room for small independent developers.
Call of Duty.
Who we think deserve the spotlight too.
Isn't there actually a Call of Duty game where you just shoot fish in a barrel?
On your wish list, and even if you don't get every announcement that you desire, and let's face it, you're not going to get everything today, but we've got a lot of great stuff. So let's get
I know. You're not going to get everything. That would be an unrealistic expectation. Come on.
Street Fighter hit
Okay, well.
And ever since, this legendary Japanese fighting game
Yeah.
has continued to evolve.
I'm not a Street Fighter fan.
Is coming in 2023.
And a lot of people on Twitter, when they announced this was announced at the Sony State of Play that they did like a week ago.
First gameplay footage.
If it even was a week ago, God, it probably wasn't. My sense of time is awful. But like, people were like, this looks great, looks crazy, and it does look really cool and really good and fluid and everything. But God, what they did with Street Fighter V with like ads and stuff and all that stuff, I don't trust that they're gonna make this an actual good game. It might play well, but it's gonna like, and it looks great, but it's gonna have so much other crap in it that makes it not fun. And I can't wait for that to happen. Except I actually can. I'd love if it just didn't. It does look really good. And the particle effects in this look fantastic. There's like this like painting kind of thing that they got going on. Like, look at that. That's sick. It looks very flashy. I like it a lot. Like, just visually. So I totally understand the appeal. And if you're like a huge fan of Street Fighter, then yeah. I can't really blame you for looking at this and being like, oh my god, dude.
I'm just on another level.
I don't think they revealed him yet in the game, right? So I think that's what that whole thing was about. And thank God the logo is actually like a more original logo. People were complaining about that when it was like a stock thing. It was clearly a placeholder, but
It's all about the comb. All right. Next,
at this point, but we did know.
Brand new game announcement here at Summer Game Fest.
Brand new game.
Check this out.
I was kind of expecting you'd start with a brand new game, but hey. I imagine Capcom paid a lot of money for that. I don't know what that means. Focus? Oh, okay. Focus Entertainment. What does that mean? Tantalus. Is it a new IP or is it based off something?
Of the CM Leth Recon Squad. Our mission was to enter the Tantalus base, locate the comsat relay, and bring.
Okay, I don't think this is something I care about immediately, but I could be wrong.
Relay, but there was a problem.
I said brand new, so we haven't seen it before. Oh, is it Aliens? It's Aliens. I knew Tantalus. It's Aliens. right?
Ray didn't make it.
Yeah.
Releases of
Yeah.
IPs.
It's so aliens. Yeah, look at that design. It has to be.
Willis, take the lead.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sick. Okay. I'm into it. Never mind.
This ain't good.
Ooh, is this an Alien Isolation sequel?
What we found was a new kind
Or
of
I'm completely wrong, it's not even Alien. That's Alien, right? Yeah.
First.
What the?
This wasn't human.
Or not. Yeah. Oh, it's an interesting one, though. I knew it was Alien. It kept throwing me off with the... It's like, that looks like Alien, dude. Let's go. Okay. This looks like it's gonna be a multiplayer horde thing, though, which I don't really care about. If it's like an Alien Isolation sequel, that would be awesome. I don't think it is, though.
Son of a...
Well. You dickhead.
I
Oh,
don't
he's
know
evil
what I
now.
saw in there. But I know
You saw
when I close
nothing.
my eyes, I still see it. Now everyone's dead. And someone needs to know.
Oh, I see. What's the title? Aliens. Dark Descent. Okay. Well, we'll keep track of that one. Never mind. Ah, no. Ah, they showed me just enough to know I don't care. Damn it, it's a horde top-down thing. I knew it.
That was Aliens Dark
I knew
Descent,
it.
and it's coming in 2023 to
I was
console
hoping
and
it would
PC.
be
Next,
not
2
that,
years
and
ago
like,
at the
you
Game
know,
Awards, we revealed the
Alien
Callisto
Isolation.
Protocol from the creative forces behind the Dead Space
I was pretty
franchise.
sure Focus
Today,
wasn't
I am
specifically,
thrilled to get
like,
to show you the
I don't know who
first
was behind
raw
the
gameplay
Isolation game.
alongside its creator, Glenn Schofield. But
I was pretty
first,
sure
here's the
saying
quote-unquote
20th
Schofield
Century
cut of
Studios,
the
it was
brand new
not.
trailer with a little more gore.
Brand new trailer for what? I was not paying attention, sorry. I was talking over it. Callisto! Is this Callisto? Yeah, I think this is Callisto, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, we saw this trailer already if you watched State of Play. But we can see it now. That's good. I was actually going to watch it before we went on stream, but it's fine.
Look outside.
Or not went on stream. Before this stream started.
Callisto the dead moon.
Okay, though. I'm happy they're showing it again. It's cool.
Would have been if I hadn't fished you out of
Look at this game. Doesn't it look sick?
So one
I was worried because this game used to be in the PUBG universe, but they changed that.
That's your old life. You gotta let that go. Because
Look at this game. Look at it.
life is entirely in my hands.
Isn't this sick?
I'm just trying to give you a chance.
It's pretty cool.
Rebirth.
Look at that quality, though. And that's like supposed to... This is supposed to be gameplay. Like, that's pretty rad. And you can see the Dead Space, obviously. Similar elements, like the health is on the neck instead of down the back. But still kind of same thing.
I just love that.
I really want to play it. I really do. I'm super into it.
Gives me chills every time.
And you know there's going to be like some stuff in here that you don't expect that's like completely unique stuff that you're like, oh my god. Like how Dead Space had like the little tentacle monster halfway through. It's going to be fun. Yeah, they show a lot of death things. The hope is that
Welcome.
you barely see any of those when you play the game. It's cool though. It's got like, you know, different editions for PlayStation and stuff. Oh, it said Steam on that one.
That's
Okay,
right.
sick.
We know what you wanted to see. And joining me now, Glenn
You did know what I
Schofield,
wanted to see,
Expected
Jeff.
Glenn.
You know.
First of all, congratulations. This game looks
There he is. So
absolutely
that's the guy
incredible. I
that,
gotta
that
say,
works on
the
Dead
fact that
Space.
You have built this team, this
Or,
studio,
you know,
new IP,
created Dead Space.
shipping this December, all in COVID, blows me away. So congratulations.
Yeah,
Oh, there's
thanks,
like an
man.
animation to that visual.
Thanks
That's
for
cool.
having us. I really do appreciate it, Jeff. And you know, for a second, just give me a
Yeah,
second.
Glenn Schofield.
You know, I want to thank you.
Or is it Schofield? I
for
think
all
it's
you've done
Schofield.
for
Glenn
the game
Schofield?
industry,
Schofield?
all these years, man. I think I've known you like 16, 17 years now. And you've been an ambassador. You've amplified new games, new studios, and I just wanted to thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you. It's not about me. It's about you guys.
Yeah, I know, but
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And yeah, it's so fun to do these shows. And
Jeff's the
to
best. We
show
all know
this
Jeff's the
game,
best. Jeff's the
people saw
best.
The trailer, but what I'm so excited today is that you just brought a raw gameplay sequence. This game is in development, and people are going to be blown away, I think, when they see it. But tell us a bit about what are we going to see today?
yeah, we got a couple minutes of, like you said, like raw gameplay.
Raw
six
gameplay.
segments,
Yo,
first
yo,
half of the game.
more stuff.
One is
Oh,
a
Jeff, you are the
another
best.
one is a
You got
battle
more than
station.
Sony did on this
We're gonna
game,
see,
and it's like they got a partnership deal.
enemies, some brutality, some just about everything.
Let's
We're
go.
Showcasing a new weapon called the Grip.
Okay.
It's like
The
a gravity
Grip.
gun, but it picks up the enemies and it shoves them into giant fans. It rips them apart. It's
Oh, you mean Kinesis?
and then check out the nice ending we have. Where
Guys, it's just
you know,
Kinesis.
usually we'll kill our main character Jacob, and in a very unique way.
Jacob,
Just for a
Clark
second,
Isaac.
I want to thank the team, man. Like you said, through COVID, through everything else, the dedication, the hard work.
Here's the thing, though. I'm curious to see if which game ends up being better, the Dead Space remake or this one.
Shipping this year. This looks like a
I hope this one.
world-class next-gen
Not that
game.
I
It's
wish anything bad for the
rare
team
that
working on the
teams
Dead
bring
Space
something like
remake,
this
but
year, and let's let the
This
footage
looks
speak for
sick.
itself. Glenn Schofield, Striking Distance. Here it is, the first gameplay of the
and that
Callisto
game's just based
Protocol.
off of old ideas, bringing some extra polish to it. This is brand new ideas. Look at this game! Holy shit. This looks excellent, and this is definitely PS5. Next gen hardware, yeah, so. It's probably not going to look quite this good when it comes out, just because there's always the optimization team that has to turn it down. But goddamn, dude. It might look this good, though. We've seen Detroit and stuff. It looks great. Holy hell. You can definitely see the Dead Space vibes, though. Even the things on the walls. Look at that. That looks like Dead Space. Whoa! Okay, that's like a super kinesis, basically. And yeah, you're shooting limbs off. So this is just Dead Space. Oh, but there's like a melee now. You fight more with melee now. Yeah, this one looks harder though, if I'm being honest. Is that like a boss guy? Or is that just a really hard enemy? Oh, I love how it still twitches after it dies. Hey, we got the stomp. It's Callisto credits, okay. It's just Dead Space. It's just more Dead Space, but like a different game. That's awesome. We do the stomp, we got a gravity weapon. The suit looks very similar. The environments do. But I'm not complaining. God, it sounds super similar too. This is sick. This is literally like Dead Space 4. Not really, it's like Dead Space reboot. Ooh, that visual on the gun looks sick. Oh. Oh. Nice. There must be it must not be able to be used as much. Whoa. Oh. Oh no. That's an that's like an environmental death as well.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
That
sick.
just happened. All right, moving on. This October, Call of
Guys,
Duty
if
Modern
I
Warfare
already
2
wanted to play
arrives.
it, now I
Infinity
really want
Ward
to play
is
it.
once
Can I have
again
it now?
returning to its roots for a modern-day action game.
Please?
And today we're about to show you the world premiere of its gameplay.
It looks so
with a
good.
level playthrough.
It looks so
To tell us
good.
more, let's head to the port of Long Beach to check in with Johanna Ferris, the head of Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Ah, yes, Modern Warfare 2. All right. I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan.
Hi,
Whoa.
everyone. In 2019, Modern Warfare changed everything. On
Yo.
October 28th, we usher in a new
Hey,
era
the
of Call
presentation
of Duty.
style, though, is
With the
pretty
launch
slick.
of
I give
Modern
them credit for
Warfare
that.
2. We are back. We are
That's pretty
bigger,
cool.
And we are bringing the entire team. Price, Gaz, Soap.
Are they on an actual
Alejandro,
boat?
And of course, Ghost. We needed a stage big enough to debut Call of Duty in a whole new way. Inspired by
Okay, yeah,
the
they're
world
genuinely
around
there, I
Winter.
think.
Oil rigs, cargo ships, and staggering odds are just the beginning. Here is Modern Warfare 2.
My god. You really didn't need that big of an area to do that, but that's fine. So I don't know. I'm not hugely experienced in Call of Duty or anything. So is this like a remake of 2, or is this like a new 2? But like the same characters? I don't know. Looks alright. I'm not gonna say it's the best looking game I've seen. I do think the Callisto Protocol has some pretty freaking nice visuals. Like, that's pretty impressive. I hope it looks like that when it comes out. I hope it doesn't get, like, crusty from the optimization team. I don't think it will. Especially the PC version. It might a little bit on PS5, just because you have to, like, hit a certain target so that it stays well through it. Like, you know, stays consistent. On PC, they'll probably let you max it out, even though you might not be able to run it at that. Because they did that for Dead Space, right? Where you could, like, max it out, and unless you had the best hardware, you might be able to run it okay. Still. This looks good, though.
Room clear. Coming out.
Shadow 1 moving to the southeast stairwell. Squatters, right side.
God damn. I'll give them credit for the realism in this. It's very dark. I've noticed that. It's super dark. I even have it gamma boosted for you guys on the stream front. Like, I'm just looking at the stream preview. Like, it's dark for you guys too. Like, damn.
Balcony door undone.
The realism is really cool. I do like that. And the animations are fantastic.
We're moving to the main deck. What's your status?
Boarding the ship with Shadow 3 now.
Roger that.
So I'm just not like a Call of Duty fan or anything like that. But the later games have looked genuinely pretty pretty good.
We need to move fast. All shadows, force out. I want eyes on that container now. 2 copies, moving.
But I mean, like, here's the thing. How important is it, if you are a Call of Duty fan, that the story and, like, the single player here that you're seeing is actually, like, really good?
They're signaling the ship. They're gonna launch that missile.
Does it actually matter? I mean, I guess if this is a remake of 2, again, I have literally no experience. I don't know if this is, like, just 2 remade or if it's, like, a new game, basically. I really don't know. But if it is, like, 2 remade, then maybe I can see, like, the values a little bit more, because there's a lot of people that really love 2. It's like, you know, one of the top Call of Duty games. But that said, I feel like with any Call of Duty game, it's really the online that's like the main thing that everybody cares about. That being my perspective not being a Call of Duty fan in the slightest. I assume there'll be more HUD elements in the actual game. I assume they just have a lot of them not on right now, that you can see more. Like, they have the crosshair, obviously. But
Roger that. Confirm when the objective is neutralized.
oh, this is PS5 too. Nice.
Where are the controls?
On that damn ship.
Actual, we got a problem. Missile is armed.
Ah, that's why they did it on a ship. Ha ha ha.
Son, stop that launch.
That's a convenient boat placement.
Go, let's move out. Go.
Are they just showing this whole mission?
Back in the water. Inbound to your position.
I mean, again, if this is like just a 2 mission but remade in this game, then I guess there's not as many spoilers for it.
Fast. Secure those controls. Stop this missile. Yep.
Animations are fantastic.
Take the ramp. Hold tight, son.
I mean, it's just mocap, I assume. But you still have to clean that up. But really good. Really, really good. Very fluent.
Gunfight. Missile controls are on the bridge. Have to stop the launch.
Oh, that's cool, like the moving nature of the boat. Huh.
Maintain overwatch from the rig.
The water going off the top of that thing is a little low, crusty frame rate. That doesn't look good. But okay. Hey, they're still working on it.
Reloading.
Definitely looked like a video element that was tracked in. And the water on the ground is kind of low frame rate. Like pre-baked stuff at like a certain frame rate. Or they're like saving processing time because it's not,
Just don't get caught between them.
doesn't have to be rendered as fluently as everything else. I mean, it's so minor. It's not where you're looking during this, and it looks good visually still. It's just the frame rate's a little inconsistent. Seems to have some sort of blending thing to make it look like it's smoother.
Entry on the third. We have to get to that door. Check your corner.
What's the container?
Yeah, I mean,
X-ray down.
the lighting's great. I assume it's a ray trace lighting, but I can't really tell. It's gotta be. It looks so like
How far are you from the bridge?
pristine.
There's one. We're pushing towards the entry now. Copy that.
Ha! That popped open with water in it. That's sick.
Cars off the bridge entry. Secure the deck and we'll blow the door.
Visual on bridge entry.
Check it. Controls are internal.
I mean, it's cool they're showing this much gameplay. I do respect that. Not everybody does that.
Going explosive on bridge entry. 3, 2, 1.
I still feel like that's too close to that, but... Ah, they use that as a cut point. Okay. Hey, I mean, that's cool, though. Alright.
Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta.
Well, yeah. They immediately Call of Duty-fied it when they were like, pre-order now for early access to the beta.
See you. How's everything?
It's great. Thanks.
Great to have you with us. And
Especially
also
with that, like,
from,
voice.
Infinity
Being like,
Ward. So,
pre-order
we saw
now.
the first gameplay. Thanks for that extended sequence. Looks incredible. Jeff, tell us a bit about that mission.
I got my,
set in the game. What
my
are we
Modern
seeing?
Warfare 2
Absolutely.
liquid.
So, first of all,
Gamer
we're really
fuel.
excited to welcome back Captain John Price and
Jeff Negus.
Gaz Garrick. You know, they're not actually in what we.
Is Garrick the guy with the mutton chops?
Returning members from 141, and then the other two characters that you may recognize from the older franchise that were reimagined.
The heck is that outfit she's wearing?
Simon Ghost Riley, and of course,
You got like a fire flower or something?
and then a couple other new characters in here that we're really excited that we got to create for this game. First, Commander Philip Graves.
You can tell looking at him who
Mexican
the
Special
one
Forces,
that's making this game happen
Alejandro,
is.
it's a character we're really excited about. He's a guy who's super
I
capable and a guy.
I didn't see what the
who's
other
just as important
what
as Task Force 141. But as far as the level's concerned, you know, this
I didn't see what you know, Fire Luigi over there
collaboration across all of the
worked on the team,
disciplines.
but
We saw everybody coming together, some really motivated devs here, and you know, you saw the wind and
the guy here, he
missions,
looks like he
and the
has a
sound
lot of
design,
sleepless
and of
nights.
course the
Let's
new
just
water
say.
tech, which is actually pushing the
Bags
boat
into the eyes
directions,
are like, oh.
creating a physically dynamic environment, allowing for the
He looks like he needs a rest, dude.
Could be behind cover,
Or he
and
got
then
like
suddenly
super
that cover
drunk
would
the night
shift,
before
leaving you
too. There's that
exposed,
too.
but it also
I don't know
leaves
if
the
there was
enemy
like
exposed, creating this emergent gameplay.
a party
So,
beforehand.
again, I'm very excited. Just can't wait that I'm so excited that we get to show it off today.
And that's
They had
just
mutton
the
chops. That guy just has a
things are
beard. He
gonna
just
go.
looks like he had mutton
Johanna, tell us
chops.
a bit about Call of Duty overall, Modern Warfare 2. Obviously, you know,
Hat
so
Man.
excited that it's back this year, but you've got lots going on across Call of Duty. What can we expect from you guys this year?
Yeah, we first of all, thanks for having us here. We're just so excited for October 28th. It's such a big moment, not just for Modern Warfare 2.
Some
and
people are
everything that
probably
Jeff
excited.
and
Other
Infinity
people on the team are
Ward built,
probably like,
but
"Oh
it
God, we
marks
gotta
the
get it
step
ready!
change, what we're
Ah,
calling a transformation
so much to
for the
do.
entire franchise.
Gotta
You're
keep
gonna
doing it
see
like every year."
incredible rendering, incredible graphics, all the things just within the game itself built.
You know,
on
even though they
Modern
put
Warfare
out like a
2
Call of
now,
Duty game every year,
across
and I know that they
Warzone
said they're
and
gonna
Modern
stop
Warfare
doing that
2.4.
going forward
Of course, there's a
soon.
lot of chatter and
I think they have like 2 more years of that.
Warzone experience. We're affectionately
There's
calling
this
it
game and I think
Warzone
another one,
2.0.
and maybe
There
another
will
one.
be a standalone experience of Warzone.
But like every
current
team,
existing,
I think there's like
players
what?
as
There's like the
well.
3
So
teams, right? Because
we're
there's
gonna
like
sort of see the
Treyarch, and then
entire
there's
community
the
there, but
Infinity Ward
all eyes on the
guys,
28th.
and there's
And
somebody
again, I
else,
think the
right?
collaboration's just been incredible. Everybody's
So
so
then
excited
they
for
like
Task Force
work on one
141.
game, and then there's like basically
Warzone
like what,
coming
like
to mobile as
a
well,
2-3 year
players on the
development span on
go.
each one, but they
We're
release
on
one a year
Steam,
because they're
as you
like
know. I mean, so
offset.
it's just a big moment, and there's going to be a
In
lot
reality,
going
it's actually
on
not
in the
as
game.
bad, but I'd imagine there's probably still a
Before
crunch because I mean, making a
we
game
gotta
that
ask a
looks
little bit
like
about
how this game
Warzone
looks
2. I
would
know
probably
you know,
be
we're showing
way
gameplay
too
here just,
fast.
but can you tell us anything? There was a little bit. It seems like there was a little bit of a tease maybe in the trailer yesterday.
Yeah, when we're seeing that from the community, we love when the fans can pick up some things, some chatter about maybe seeing high rise and other elements. But we will get into the details of Warzone 2.0 for sure. It will be an extension of the Modern Warfare 2 universe.
Yeah.
So all the more reason why we think this game.
Warzone 2.0, yeah. See, that's what everybody. See, everybody's already asking about the online. Who cares about the single player? It's online. I want to kill my friends.
So we're in position. We're really excited.
All right, well, we're looking forward to October. Thanks so much for giving us a first look at the gameplay. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. Thanks, Johanna and Jeff.
Looks
all right,
good,
well,
though.
We've got lots more Summer Game Fest still to go, and now it's time to announce a classic PC gaming franchise is coming back with a sequel over 30 years after its first release. I
Oh my
loved
God.
this game when I was growing up, so I'm honored to share
What the hell?
this very first look.
30 years. What could it be? Pac-Man? No. Microids. 30 years later. What is this? Oh, God. Oh, what's the name of that thing? An iconic franchise. Yeah, God. I don't play. I don't know much about it myself, but I do know this game. What is this game? God damn. Oh my God. I'm so dumb. Yeah, I'm dumb. I can't remember the name of the thing. I've seen a bit of gameplay from it. I can't remember. Yeah, flashback, yeah. Yeah, I've seen that before. I've never played it myself, but alright. That's interesting. Yeah, like, geez, man, you made a game like so much later. That'd be like if Sierra was like, oh, we're gonna make a new Space Quest game.
Witchfire at the Game Awards. Almost 5 years later,
Witchfire.
I am so excited.
Alright.
The team at the Astronauts in Poland has put
First
together
game I don't
a
think I'm gonna care about,
gameplay
but
of this dark fantasy first-person shooter, which will enter
dark
early
fantasy,
access
but it's first person, so
I am
hey.
so excited to play this, and I bet you will be too after you see this.
Please have realism, because that will make it a little bit more interesting. Oh, it is. Alright, that actually doesn't look too bad. I was waiting for it to be like an N64 game with ray tracing. But it's first person though. Yeah, that looks really good. I've never seen this. Apparently they've already talked about it. Never seen it till now. Alright. Actually, actually looks pretty cool. I don't think that'd be something I'd be into. It just kind of looks like the kind of characters and stuff and environments that I personally don't like really resonate with me. I think for, you know, it depends on the person, but for me, like medieval, like fantasy kind of stuff, I say medieval, but just, you know, fantasy in this way, it's not really my thing. I don't know why, it just kind of isn't. I'm more of a sci-fi guy. Like Cyberpunk was like, oh, hell yeah. Still definitely room for improvement in polishing, and hoping to see new stuff at some point. I don't know when that's going to be out. What is that? You know, I say fantasy, but there's kind of like, there's Doom, which is kind of like fantasy a little bit with like demons and stuff, and then there's also like sci-fi elements to it. It's kind of a mix of both. I like Doom. It gets hard, but I like Doom. Cool.
Okay,
That looked
next up
interesting.
comes
I'm
an ambitious new
vibing
game
with that
from
one.
a new independent
A little bit.
studio in Europe,
More than I thought I
starring
would.
some very familiar names. Enjoy this world premiere new game announcement.
New game! This one's gonna be the first one I don't care about. It's like some anime fantasy RPG.
Taylor Medlog.
Okay, probably not. Sounds like some sort of
Today,
army thing.
believe what I saw.
Ooh, this is also sci-fi. God damn. What's with the sci-fi shit? I'm into it. What is this? Oh man, you are making this presentation for me so far. Let's go. Is this based off an existing IP or is this another one? That's like just original. This looks cool. I don't know what it is. Is it also a horror space thing? No. Yeah.
Something's going on here.
I think it's just an original IP. Yeah, Fort Solace. Fort Solace. Alright, definitely got... Ooh, Troy Baker's in it.
That's something brand new.
And there he
look who
is.
It is Troy and Roger in person. Guys, this
All right,
is so
yep,
fun.
I'm into that one too.
Working on a game together.
They brought Troy though. They might have NFTs in it.
Welcome to the show.
Good to be here.
I gotta ask you guys.
We don't need. I don't think we need like NFTs in like big AAA
I get
games.
to play a character named Wyatt Taylor. As a matter
I don't
of
think
fact,
it's a thing we need.
Stationed at this base, Fort Solace, and it's the epicenter of this mystery that we'll discover and uncover as we go through the game. And of course, my character will be at times in opposition with Roger's character.
The battle we've been waiting to see.
I was gonna say, isn't Roger Clark the guy that was in?
We can't wait to show you what we've been working on.
Is that a different guy?
This looks awesome, man.
Yeah,
That did the voice of Batman in Arkham Origins?
You're in another
Is that
game.
him?
I mean, it's feel like this is your first game since Red Dead 2.
One of the first major ones for a while, and I play a character by the name of Jack Leary. He's a maintenance engineer on a remote Martian mining post.
Okay.
His job is to make sure that none of the equipment breaks down while it's.
Oh well, I'm definitely wishlisting this game too. God, guys, it's gonna be like space horror games for a while, isn't it? I'm okay with this.
Is not a simple call away.
I gotta ask. I think a lot of people will see this.
I mean, it's called Fort Solace.
You know, it's a new
because it's
team,
like,
right? Independent
you know,
studio in Europe.
Solace, right? You're alone. Get it? It's like basically saying Home Alone.
I will say that 2020 to me was the most impactful year for games. It was the first, I mean, obviously we had this unprecedented event with the pandemic, and that forced the way that we looked at everything as a society, but also the way this industry functioned. But it was also brand new consoles. We had more tools that were being made available that were leveling the playing field between. Like,
I don't know what kind of game it's supposed to be exactly. Is it like a shooty third person, first person?
Reached out, James Tinsdale with this brand new studio. Said
We'll look after. It's on Steam. Apparently, you can wishlist it now.
He walked me through
Might have some more stuff.
description of what the experience was going to be like, and
Probably not.
in the very beginning, he said, we want this to feel. It's a tight thriller. We want it to feel like Dead Space meets Duncan Jones' Moon. And I was like, sign me up. I'm into that. Absolutely.
I don't know what Duncan Jones' Moon is, but he said Dead Space.
Absolutely, new studio, brand
Let's
new
go.
energy, and of course, I get to work with one of the best of the business.
Dead Space inspired game. So we have a Dead Space remake by a new team remaking the actual Dead Space. We have the Callisto Protocol, which is a game based off of Dead Space and is made by the main guy behind Dead Space originally, and likely some team members from that team. I don't know for sure. And then this game that's like a brand new studio making their game inspired by Dead Space and to feel like Dead Space.
Like we said, it's a very tight
Three
thriller. So you're moving
Three
very
games.
fast-paced through this world. There'll be multiple locations,
Like Dead
multiple
Space.
ways for you to traverse, which we're excited to
When does the
talk about.
EA one come out? This
And
one
then
obviously doesn't have a date yet.
narrative is a huge element to this.
I don't know when the EA one comes out. I don't think they said. I think they said it's this year. Or it's like early next year.
I got to tell one quick story, if I can. It was one of our favorite moments. There is a lot of action in this game.
I think they said 2023, like early 2023 for that one.
And to speak to the performance capture aspect, we brought in an incredible, I got to give him a shout out to Nathaniel, our stunt
Performance
coordinator,
capture too. It's gonna look
walked us
good, dude.
through and really approached this
It looked pretty good. It didn't look quite as good as Callisto,
He
but
says, I want to know the story of this fight. And so Roger and I
this might look more realistic to what it looks like now, and the Callisto might not quite. It might be like the Cyberpunk teaser beforehand, and it's not going to look as good when it comes out. I always worry about that kind of thing when they look super good.
And he walked us through this
Harder to tell now since everything's like next gen. We already have ray tracing and high fidelity now with everything.
But I can do a lot of things. But
it might look like that when it comes out. I hope it does.
My shoulders, and he says, "Oh, you can, you will, and it's going to be glorious."
And we did.
And we
it's
did.
like a dance. There was a lot of trust, and it worked out.
Yeah, I mean,
we're
big,
excited
big
about it,
stunts. I mean, this is so cool to see. It's an independent studio doing this, teaming up with you guys. We can't wait to see more. Troy, Roger, thanks for joining us here.
Happy to be here.
Summer Game
Thank
Fest.
you.
All right, appreciate it very much, guys. All right, well, next up, keeping up with the space theme, it's time to world premiere a very exciting new game, which will feature a musical score by industry legend Mick Gordon. This one is going to grab you.
What?
We are so honored to debut it.
What is happening? I am so excited with this freaking thing. We got a Mick Gordon soundtrack space game. What is this? Holy shit. Guys, I love space games and space horror games, and there's like so many right now. This got a bit of a different vibe to it, but I like it. It's a little bit more rustic. And let's say world premiere. This isn't Atomic Heart, right? No, that's not space. I'm looking forward to that too. I love how the music composer is enough. Holy shit. Oh, it's like space, but it's like in the past space. It's kind of like Aliens. That's cool. I like that aesthetic. God, this looks so cool. It's got like an analog filter over it. What the fuck is that? Please take the thing away. I want to see it. Whoa. What is that? Is that the name of it? Routine? Yeah. Ooh, Raw Fury and Lunar Software. I was looking at stuff. Raw Fury is like a publisher.
Xbox and PC. It was first announced a decade ago and is now officially back. I can't wait to see.
Wait, holy shit! Wait, holy fuck!
Who's been in his fair share of video games, including most.
Is Routine the game that was supposed to come out forever ago that like just disappeared off the face of the earth and some guy made a video about it and now it's back?
What's up, everybody? And what's up, Jeff?
What is this presentation? Why does he look deep-faked? He's not, but he doesn't look real.
And everybody inside the epic IMAX theaters. Dwayne
Oh, Routine is that game. Oh my god, I wanted to play that too. Holy hell, that game's still in development.
And smelly Iron Paradise, powered by, of course, Zoa Energy, the #1 fastest growing energy drink in the game. You guys know me by a lot of nicknames. The Rock, La Roca in Spanish, Uncle Handsome, sexiest man alive, Big Drink Energy. Always room for a cheesy joke.
Nice. I like the self-awareness.
Cheese pizza, especially when I'm delivering, and I deliver them often.
Big drink energy.
You guys also know me as the greatest and most electrifying surprise in gaming that happened. You know me as the Foundation. And I gotta tell you guys, number one, thank you so much for the
Fortnite
response of me becoming the Foundation, but also, I gotta say that, you know, I've had such a pleasure.
Is that his name in the game? The Foundation?
Games and,
that's kind of hilarious.
And we cannot wait to show you what we have in store for the future.
Dude.
Speaking of the future,
we got Routine,
know me as
Fort Solace,
Black Adam as millions,
which I'll have to look at that one more, the Callisto Protocol, and the Dead Space remake.
Ruthless, he is unstoppable.
Holy shit.
For those who don't, I always like to say a quick tutorial is
And Cult of the Lamb that we'll be seeing later, I'm interested in. I'm still half and half on it. I like the idea, I just don't know fully about the gameplay yet. I do want to see more on that.
Superman's weakness is magic, and Black Adam's one of his.
Oh yeah, he's Black Adam too.
Is magic. So you do the math. October 21st, I cannot wait for you guys to see Black Adam around the world.
Wait, Black Adam's October 21st?
And you guys will finally see the hierarchy of power.
Do you get a new trailer? Or is he just talking about stuff?
It has been an honor to become Black Adam, and it was a.
He's got a Zoa fridge back there. I assume this is his personal place. Gotta be. He has infinite money.
October 21st. So until then, stay healthy, stay safe, stay focused, keep having fun, keep kicking ass, enjoy your gaming, and I'll see you down the road. This is Black Adam.
Okay, cool. Black Adam trailer. Nice.
What have your powers ever given to you? Nothing but heartache.
All right. Let's go. I haven't seen much on Black Adam. I don't know if this is new either. I assume it's new.
I was reborn a god. Now, I kneel before no one.
Now, here's the thing. This is based off of like Shazam, right? Kind of. It's like the same kind of thing. Like same.
This world. Or you can be its savior.
Yeah. I didn't watch Shazam. I should. There's Shazam 2. Are they making that right now? Or is that already out? I don't know.
Did he just catch a rocket? He caught a rocket.
Alright. Honestly, Dwayne Johnson as a superhero makes so much sense. And I'm surprised it's taken them this long to have him in a role like that. Outriders. I've heard things about it, but like everything I've heard about Outriders, by the way, has been like, it's really good, you gotta get into it. And then other people being like, actually it was kind of lame. But I don't know. I don't think it'd be anything I'm interested in. It kind of looks very Warframey. I don't know if that's like what it's based off of. Or not based off of, but you know, like it's, I don't know if it actually is similar to that or not. I tried to play Warframe like a couple times and I never really got into it. There's not a lot of games that I played that were like that kind of thing where you go around with like a squad trying to get through like the game and there's different like bosses and stuff. I think the closest thing I've ever gotten to that was like Borderlands. I did play Wolfenstein Youngblood. That's not quite the same. It was trying to be, but it wasn't really succeeding. Yeah. Dude, I'm so happy with all the freaking space games, man. Oh, man. I thought that Routine game was dead. I thought it was gone forever, because I knew it was being made by, like, one dude, right? Which was pretty impressive. Very impressive, actually. And so I thought it was dead, right? Oh, there's an Outriders broadcast. Okay, well. I don't care. Nintendo? What the hell? I didn't actually expect anything Nintendo. It's probably nothing I care about. Oh, it's just like a generic thing. Splatoon 3, yes. The sequel to The Breath of the Wild. Sorry, the sequel to The Legend of Zelda, The Breath of the Wild. The longest title ever. Well, that's it. Yeah, I guess I can't show Breath of the Wild 2 now because I think it is next year, right? It's like April 2023. That's fine. Fall Guys! Let's go. Fall Guys. Now, should I spend my like crowns and stuff that I currently have on like costumes and stuff before it goes free to play? Because I know they said that it's not going to be like a currency anymore. So is that something I should be doing? Like just going through and trying to find things to spend stuff on? Because I have tons of crowns. Just from like Twitch Prime redemptions actually, mostly. So I don't know. I guess I should probably be doing that, right? It's kind of terrifying, actually. I mean, that's cool. That's June 21st, so I should be looking through now, because it's going to go free.
That was so fun to see Courage and Ray in that Fall Guys piece, and you can play and download Fall Guys for free starting June
Courage and Ray. Was I not paying attention? Did they have something in it that I
Switch,
didn't even notice?
Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. All right, back to another new game announcement. We're going to announce a brand
Another new game? He said, oh, tame your expectations. Dude, you just blew them away, man, already. And there's so much of this presentation left. There's another, like, 2 hours. Over 2 hours still. Jesus. Frost Giant? I don't know anything from them. Not anything that I'm, like, played myself. Frost Giant is the one behind Hollow Knight, right? Imagine they announced Silk Song today. That'd be crazy. People have been like so wanting that.
See you soon. Over.
What is this? It's also spacey. What the fuck?
Okay, hurry.
There's no way you announce another space game I want to play. Oh, the sounds are getting me though. Dude, this one's weird. It's like a mix of the two. Oh, hello.
Now we're talking.
I don't know what the fuck is happening right now.
Command, I may be onto something.
Buzz Lightyear! Okay. No. Whoa! Gonna rebuild him. Whoever this dude is. Or just the shield, I guess.
I have it, Command. Repeat, I have it. Mission accomplished.
Not yet. What is this? This seems to be like a mix of like demons and fantasy and sci-fi all at the same time. What is happening? Oh, hello.
Hang tight, Doc. I've got this.
Oh, it's a super mech. Guys, it's a diva. It's Overwatch 2. She has arms now on the mech. And a Gatling gun. That's a weird one. Whoa, nice.
Glad you could make it.
There's like no blood and guts from that. That's totally a... Whoa, there's a lot more of those guys. Okay.
And hell's coming with it.
Stormgate. Eh. Register for beta. Okay, anything that has a beta is usually it has online. Also very low frame rate right now. I assume that's just the video. Yeah, that was weird.
There you have it, Tim. Congratulations. Stormgate is real.
I don't think that one's for me. I don't fully know. I don't know what kind of game it is. I assume it's like an online thing.
We're so excited about the return of RTS, brand new franchise. What is a
Oh,
Stormgate?
RTS.
All right, so Stormgates are portals.
All right, well, never mind.
A massive solar storm that unleash the Infernal
I think I'm good.
Host on future Earth.
Think I'm good, guys. I
saw
don't think I'm interested.
I mean, you guys coming from Blizzard and StarCraft, everyone wants to know about races.
Hmm.
Tell us about the sides in this RTS game.
Yeah, we're unveiling.
So that team was made off of Blizzard? That makes sense. The logo has that kind of Blizzardy vibe.
Human Resistance.
Kind of looks like Hearthstone.
Archaeologist from the Human Resistance.
Like just the logo.
In that intro cinematic, and then also the Infernal Hosts, who are these demon-like monsters who come from another world.
I think one thing everyone wants to know about, especially your background pedigree of the team, of where do you want to push the RTS genre? It's something we've all loved for decades, but opportunity.
Yeah, I'm not an RTS guy at all. That's like not anything I'm particularly interested in. But I mean,
any sense of what you want?
Some of the like trailers for RTS games and like the stories they have look interesting. Like the story for that looked interesting.
Very consciously trying to stay true to what players already love about RTS. Where we're really trying to push the genre and be innovative. First off, approachability. For one thing, we're free to play, but no pay to win, no NFTs, nothing like that. Just to lower that barrier to entry to get players in. But we're also really trying to make it more social. So you'll be able to play the campaign cooperatively.
Nice.
Three-player open-ended co-op. And we've even got 3 versus 3 for competitive multiplayer. But of course, we've also still.
I feel like these kind of games are like super like able to have.
I think we've got some first kind of work in progress images from the game, right?
Yeah, these are still very much being worked on, but some shots of actual assets that we're building in Unreal Engine 5.
Wow, well, I love it.
Wow, that looks really good for like an RTS game, though.
Sign up now, get ready, and I'm just so.
It looks like some of that looked like concept art, but that's actually just like
coming from you guys and your background.
The game. That's cool.
So excited about
Clearly very early because I don't have any like working stuff yet, but that's cool.
Thank you so much for having us here. Really grateful.
Awesome. All right, Frost Giant, Stormgate, keep an eye out for it.
But yeah, I like that it's just like, get into it. Did he say free to play though?
Share with you. High Water. Check this one out.
That usually means like tons of stuff you can buy. Hopefully it's all cosmetic stuff though.
High Water Pirate Radio keeping you in the know with our flow. Alphaville authorities continue to deny false rumors that Alphaville elites are planning to evacuate to Mars. True or not, the one thing we can't deny is that the world ended.
I don't think I'm into this, but is it just me? I don't want to feel like a dick saying it, but like games in this art style are like super common now. And is it just me that's like sick of it now? That I'm just like, another one that looks like this? It doesn't really feel like a unique art style anymore. It feels like there's so many games that like look like this now that's like, whatever. I imagine the game plays totally fine and has a great story and everything. It's just like, it doesn't visually feel unique to me anymore. Again, it's probably totally fine, but yeah. High Water. Okay. That's cool. Rogue Games. Okay. I did see some of these studios mentioned in their Twitter posts.
Strategy game set in a world ravaged by extreme climate change. Now, speaking of the world around us,
oh, I see. Okay, I get it. High water, climate change, and everything. That's cool.
Replaced from Sad Cat Studios, a Belarusian studio with devs from Belarus and Ukraine.
That looks like Ryan Gosling with a beard.
Trailer here today, but we're understandably unable to complete it in time. Guys, I just want to say we're thinking of you and all the developers impacted by the conflict, and hope to be able to share your work at a future show.
Oh.
All right, our next game is an official.
Oh, that sucks.
Tribeca Games Festival. It's
I hate when there's stupid conflicts and shit.
Trevor, whose life is being
I hope everything's good.
Population constantly voting you up or down.
That sucks.
To become unpopular, you need to start running for your life. Check this
Those look
out.
like MBTI personality test characters. If you've ever gone to that one website, whatever it's called, 16 personalities or whatever. Oh, another Raw Fury thing.
Picture a city where technology and science go hand in hand with fun and entertainment.
My
okay.
grandfather, Elijah Walton, had a dream to build the city of tomorrow. That dream is now a reality.
Guys, it's the CN Tower back there. They're in Canada.
Is 43 square mile metropolis.
I like this, like,
And every
I love that
citizen
kind of combination. I want to see more of that, where it's like 60s looking aesthetic,
broadcast live 24
but it's like
hours a day,
futuristic
7
still.
days a week
I
on
love that
every
vibe.
digital
Deathloop has that.
American
This kind of has it. Routine has it now.
Control. Subject on the run on camera 4025.
Oh.
Interrupt broadcast immediately.
What? This actually looks cool. You know, I was kind of saying about this art style, but this one seems to have like its own unique art style with that low poly vibe too. Versus High Water, which looked a lot more generic.
And don't make a sound. Don't worry. I'm going to get you out of there.
I wonder what kind of game that's supposed to be. I couldn't really get an idea. Looks like a stealth game mostly.
Apparently we've made it to the beach. Next up is a sequel we've all been anticipating for a long time. There's Trouble in Paradise, and watch out, you don't want to get bitten. After many years of rumors,
I do love the set that they have for the Summer Games Fest. All screens and stuff, that's really cool. What's this one? Oh, Epic Games Store. Great. Well, I'm not going to play it. I don't have Epic Games Store, and I don't really desire to get it either. I don't like exclusivity on the same device. I kind of hate that. I hate that there's like different games. I do not like how this looks. Looks really crusty. What is this? Is this supposed to be like the Dead Island 2 trailer, but they made it like a mobile game? Oh, it's Goat Simulator 2. But they made it they made it like the Dead Island 2 trailer, but it's goats now. That's totally parodying that. Alright. The crustiness is a little forgiven because it's Goat Simulator. Whatever the hell they're doing to play the trailers through is making them really low frame rate. And it's not on my end because it's like totally... It's only when they play trailers. Oh, it's 3. They made Goat Simulator 2 already? Jesus. I didn't know they made a sequel already. God damn it.
There you have it. That was Goat Simulator 3, and it's coming later this year to the Epic Games Store.
Well, I'm never gonna play it, so...
Marvel and 2K announced Marvel's Midnight
It
Sun.
gained all of its popularity on Steam, and they decided to go Epic Games Store. That's hilarious.
Heroes from the
Whatever.
Avengers and X-Men crossover with supernatural ones like Blade and Ghost
I want to
Rider
play that
for a
one
battle
game. I
against
forget what
Lilith,
it's called.
Mother of Demons.
It's exclusive to like Google Stadia. It's like a horror game, like a light kind of horror game. It kind of has like, it kind of looks a little like Little Nightmares stylistically, but it's like a third-person thing. It looks cool, but it's only on Google Stadia, which is like awful. This is like Marvel vs. Capcom, right? Or is this a different thing? That's never really been my thing, but... Oh, that's cool.
There, my sweet child. Mother won't hurt you.
Demon Venom. Spider-Man.
I'm gonna need some backup.
They're the same guy from the same voice from Spider-Man on PS5. Sounded the same. From my little experience of that voice actor, since I haven't really played that game. Cool suits, though. Oh no! Oh no! Alright, well, that sucks. I'm gonna have to mute that. I'm probably already getting caught for copyright from something else I'm not thinking of. That Venom looks freaking sick, by the way. Holy hell. Is that Thanos? And Hulk? Those are pretty cool designs, I like it. Don't play that, please? I'm gonna co-stream it, and it said you can co-stream it. I don't want that. Doctor Strange, look at that. It kind of looks like that, but not really. Cool suits. I get the Bell reference. I get it. Like Venom, right? No? There he is. Yeah. Alright, we're back.
That was Midnight Suns, and now we're moving on to the wonderful world of Cuphead, the delicious last course. Can you believe it? We're only a couple weeks away from
God, I know this is like releasing soon. I've seen like barely anything of it. I remember when they first announced it forever ago, and I haven't seen anything since then.
It's really coming?
Other than stuff about the Cuphead show, which I know is already out.
Platforms, we are thrilled.
Well, I'm so thrilled too that I think all the fans can't believe that this is here, and I've been lucky enough to play this actually on my Steam Deck last week, and you guys gave me a copy.
Product placement.
I'm not going to be ready for how amazing
Steam Deck
this looks and the backgrounds and what you guys have done. I feel like you've amped up obviously the gameplay. It's difficult as we would expect, but the visual look, you guys have taken it even to the next level, which I didn't think was possible.
Yeah, we absolutely did. I couldn't pinpoint one thing that we're proud of in this because we really honed our craft.
Yeah, this game visually looks awesome. I wish they animated the show like they did with this, but it would take
Of
forever.
course, our new playable character, Miss Chalice. I'm very proud of her.
And obviously you would have lost some of that HD quality you would probably get
Like it's its own game inside of Cuphead.
from doing it digitally
It
and
is,
just trying to match the style, so I get why they did the show the way they did.
There you are off to this new new territory, which is
Yeah, it's our biggest island yet. Super-sized bosses, lots of secrets to discover. Don't let
Not
anyone
sponsored
go
by
into
Gatorade, by the way. I just happened to be
lots
drinking
of
one.
challenge ahead. Well, I know you brought. I know you don't want people to necessarily have too much spoiled about the game, but you brought a little something for people.
A little something, yeah. It's
A little something.
bosses, Mortimer Freeze. It takes
The
place
last
in
course,
the arena.
maybe.
Features some of my personal favorite
Dessert.
attacks and transformations. We hope everyone enjoys it.
All right, let's check it out.
If they make another DLC, would it be called The Dessert? They muted his mic a little early. Yeah, I love that it just has the same visual look. God. Not that I'm ever gonna try to play this game anyway, because it's clearly like, you know, screw you, you know. And everything's difficult as hell. Ugh. No thanks. I hate this. Like, it looks awesome, and it's really cool how refined it is and everything. But man. No thanks, dude. It's way too difficult looking. I like platformers, but I don't.
Now, if you want even
I'm
more
not that
Cuphead,
good.
And who doesn't? Tomorrow we will show you an exclusive look at Season 2 of the Cuphead Show when I co-host Netflix's Geeked Week, which will include new show and game announcements.
Wait, it's already been out long enough to show a preview of Season 2?
And that's not all. There's more Summer Game Fest all weekend.
When did Season 1 come out? Was it way long ago and I just didn't think so? I thought it was only like a couple months ago.
Devolver's marketing countdown to marketing.
Like 2 or 3 months ago at the most. Was it like a year ago? I haven't watched it.
Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, with news on
I
Rocket
want
League
to.
and the Tribeca Game Showcase. And Sunday, don't miss the Xbox and
Yeah,
Bethesda
the Xbox and
Game
Bethesda.
Showcase
We might
with a
stream
look
that
at the
too.
future
That's
of
on Sunday
Xbox
though.
and Game Pass.
Might
Now
not.
we have some exciting news for Nintendo Switch and PC fans about Neon White, a game where you play an assassin from hell.
Oh yes,
who
Neon
slays
White.
Demons for the chance to ascend to heaven.
Isn't Neon White the one with cards that you move for? Yeah, it's this one. This looks sick. I remember when we saw it the first time. It looks really cool. It looks confusing as all hell, so I probably won't actually like it.
We're called Neons.
But it looks cool.
Sinners plucked from hell to do God's dirty work. But I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven.
It does look really cool. It looks like a fast-paced like action thing.
You day, you mission from Almighty.
You think you can win me over by showering me with gifts? Good thinking.
Is that Sungwon from Pro ZD voicing that cat? That voice sounds like that. June 16th. Jesus Christ, that's out like super soon. Is it only on Switch or is it also on PC? Oh, it's on PC. Okay, I might consider that. That's out super soon though.
We've shown you lots of games today made by huge teams. Now it's
God,
time
there's so
for
many
games
games
made
that
by a single
usually
father
with
in
these
Poland.
presentations I get maybe like 2 or 3 games that I'm
He's brought on
interested
some
in.
help to bring his vision for a fast-paced
I've already
action
got
game,
way more. I've
Midnight
got like
Fight
7.
Express to life. Let's take a look.
Jeebus. Jeff, did you make this presentation for me? Okay, well this I don't know, but
Get up again, that whole spiel. Well, it's time, partner. Time to rise
oh,
up.
isn't this the one that's made by like one dude? Yeah, I think that is this game. It looks impressive. I don't think it's my kind of game either, but nah, it definitely isn't. But I think it is one dude that makes this, which makes it way more impressive.
The big guy's actually going through with it. While I sat at his side, seeing lives as dollar signs, had the stink of corruption all over me. You know who put it there? Nah, not him. Me. Well, I ain't wearing it anymore, and neither are you. Tonight, we wash this whole damn city down.
I don't know if this is for the trailer or if the actual game does have voice acting. And the stuntmen from God of War. Okay. Yeah. Developed by Jacob. Yeah, it is just that one guy, which makes that insane.
I'm happy to announce that a PC demo of this game is going live right now on Steam and will be part of the Steam Next Fest next week.
Ooh, they got
I really want
a Next
more
Fest
playable
demo?
Games to get in the hands of you guys at home, and that's one of them.
All right.
Check it out. All right.
Warframe.
Joining me now is Megan from Digital Extremes to talk all things Warframe. Megan, how you doing?
Warframe is like such in a league of its own. Not a league of its own, because that makes it seem like it's like this huge thing that's like untouchable. But like it's in such a like it has such a fan base behind it.
Twitch for more than 30 minutes.
I don't know how you
This show
could
is gonna get a
get
special
somebody to
discount, right?
That's right.
go
We
into
already
it
have
now,
seen people
right?
get
Like I don't know
in, so
how
it's very exciting.
new
She's
players
right
join
there,
at this
loud,
stage
proud,
of the game. It's been out for
30
so
minutes
long.
watching. Thank you for
I feel
letting
like there's
us
got to be
take
players that are like
over
way too
your
like
special
experienced in the game.
category, but she
That
is
would make it
there
hard to
and
get
she's
into
for
it.
you if you are properly linked
But I
up.
don't really know.
Warframe, you know, as I said, we've done a lot over the years. You guys have done incredible things with the game, and I know you have TennoCon coming up.
Not saying it's
in
bad.
July, which is your big.
But just saying, I don't know how you combat that.
What's next? What can you tell us?
Well, I can't tell too much, but yeah, July 16th, 2022. It's a digital event again this year. Today, actually, we just launched
The fact that Warframe has so much to talk about, they do their own event is kind of crazy.
some merch, all that really great stuff went live today. But of course, the reason I'm here is to, you know, kind of debut. We have our Tenno Live during TennoCon, which is our big reveal of the night, and we usually do a little bit of a gameplay, a little bit of a demo, and I think a lot of people can suspect what it might be, but I'm here to kind of confirm what it is that Tenno Live is going to show.
And what is that?
Can I say it?
Yes, I think you can.
Okay, you're going to get your first look at the Duviri paradox. It's
Finally,
I know it's been a couple years.
Cool. I
Paradox is gonna
don't.
be what Tenno Live is all about, and I'm so happy. The team worked really hard on
I don't know what any of this means
for
because
it,
I'm not a
and I'm just really
Warframe fan. But
excited.
okay.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for being here. On
Cool.
Sci-Fi.
That's
Let's take a look at that right now.
that's awesome. Yeah.
My child, my friend.
Geez, they have like cutscenes in it now.
Is done.
God.
New dangers.
Goes to show how much I know about Warframe.
Await us now.
I mean, there's a lot of like really good design in Warframe for sure. I can definitely respect that.
For now,
But
dream of
not my
who we
thing.
were
Not my thing at all.
and of who we have become.
So I genuinely don't know how big of an announcement that is. Tenno Live, okay. It's their own event that's not just like Warframe thing. It's like also also it has its own name as an event.
Next, it's time for a new look at Honkai Star Rail, an upcoming open
All right, well, this is 100% not interested in. I always make jokes about fantasy anime RPGs. If that's what you're into, that's what you're into. But I am 100% not. The second I see something that's like, oh, that's what it is, I'm out. See ya. I want to hear more about that other game that Capcom's working on. I forget what it's called. Like one word. I think it starts with a P. Like
You are in a daze right now.
Prigurna or something. I don't remember what it's called. I always forget what it's called, but it's like a space game too. But they haven't really like shown much about what it is, and I don't want it to be like a Final Fantasy remake kind of playing game, but that's what I'm expecting it to be. Because I know Capcom, that's what they like to do, but I would love if it's like a first-person game, or even a third-person game. That's kind of like maybe even like a Resident Evil kind of game. I'd be totally fine with that. It's a space game too. But they've already spoiled me with tons of space games, so I don't imagine I'm going to have any more that I want to play. But you never know. Hey, if you show me that Kojima horror game today, I'll be super happy. riskRED Pog, yeah. You be streaming? We're just looking through, we're just watching the Summer Games Fest. Seeing what games we got. They've already announced like 5 or 6 space games. Space horror games that I'm like, yep, I'm into that. So, I'm happy. Usually I only get like 2 or 3 games that I actually like. But we got a good chunk. Imagine if they announce a blockchain one. The only thing that they've announced in anything regarding like NFTs and stuff is games that they were like, it will not have NFTs.
I have to say I'm blown away by what I've seen so far.
And then Jeff Keighley and the other person smile about it. So.
With a fast-paced action style.
Yeah, they've had like they had one that was like an RTS that they're like it's like free to play but it has no NFTs in it. They literally said that. I imagine most game studios, at least like ones that are already around that weren't like initially built off of NFTs, generally aren't going to delve into it other than like a few of them like Square Enix and stuff and like Ubisoft. So if you're not one of those, now you just have to say that you're not doing stuff with NFTs. And it seems to be like an immediate like PR boost for everybody that does it. So I think there's 2 people that said stuff about NFTs, but the one was like really like offhand, like quick. They didn't really point it out. The other one did. They're like, I have no NFTs. All right. This is the part of the thing where we get into the anime girl RPGs with like bullet hell boss fights that I don't care about as much. Again, nothing against them. I just it's not me. I don't vibe with them. The one thing I will take away from any game like that though is that the particle effects usually look amazing. So there is that. Oh, what is this? TV screen. Okay, that was a weird way to end that.
One of my favorite reveals last year was TMNT Shredder's Revenge, which reminds us all of the Turtles arcade games back in the day. Well, it's nearing the end of development, and the team wanted to use SGF
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
One exciting aspect of the game they've been keeping under wraps until now.
The only I've never seen this one. I saw the one that they showed, like the arcadey looking one. Well, this is the arcadey looking one, but there's the one where they actually have all the original games that you can play in like one collection. I don't know if that's out already. I think so. This is one that's supposed to be like the TMNT arcade games, but it's a new game. I played a few of the TMNT arcade games. They're alright. They're not too bad. They're pretty good. I imagine if you make a game that's based off the arcade games, but like doesn't have the design element where you die easily, and you're actually meant to get through it instead of an arcade game of the past where it was trying to kill you unfairly, so you spent more money on it, it would probably be a lot more fun. That's the one thing that sucks about playing any like old actual arcade game on like an emulator or something, is that it's like everything's like way too difficult because they just wanted you to spend money. But of course there's people that have like played them religiously at this point now that are like, yep, this looks like a Game Boy game. Kinda does. He's playing a Game Boy! You called it, Steve. Imagine on the bottom it said coming out on Game Boy. No, it's on Steam. Oh, we're going into like a second game reveal immediately? Okay. I don't care about that one either. Anyway. But yeah. But I was saying there's probably people that like play some of the arcade games now on emulator all the time that are like speedrunners and stuff that can just get through an arcade game in like one life, and they're like, yeah, it's easy. Yeah, I just played the entirety of Smash TV in one life. Okay, I didn't see that as people, I thought that said Beeple, and I thought this was like an NFT game. Genuinely, that's what I saw. Okay. I still don't know what this game is. It's just a cinematic. Like, obviously it's fighting people, but how, though? Super People! What a name. Oh god, Humankind again? I swear I see a promo for Humankind like every single presentation. Any gaming presentation, there's always a promo for this. I don't even believe it's a game anymore. I've never seen like anybody actually play this game. I don't think it's real. I think it's just a joke. Like they're just like, oh, Humankind, play it. Where though? On Steam apparently. Not saying I'm gonna play it, but I don't know. There's some games that are talked about so much in like presentations, but I never see it elsewhere. Warframe is kind of the same way. I do see it every now and then though. That one doesn't quite count, but that one's still pretty close. There's another game like that, I can't think of what it is. World of Tanks. That one. Except I knew somebody that played it, so... Well, I know somebody that's played it, so... I know it's real. But if it wasn't for that person, I wouldn't have seen anything from it. Oh, this is still a Humankind ad? Jeez. I thought we were done with that. There you go.
Allows you to shape your civilization by combining a multitude of historical civilizations.
Oh, are we gonna talk about it now?
Ancient to the modern era.
Oh, thank God.
Is celebrating
oh.
its 25th
It's One Piece game now.
Bandai Namco is bringing the mega popular franchise back to video games.
I swear that like any presentation, any Jeff Keighley presentation, he does like actually bunch all the like similar genres together.
This trailer reveals the setting, a mysterious island.
I didn't think he used to do that, but I think he does start to do that now because like we had all the space games together, and now we have all of like the RPG, anime-esque style games together.
Journeying along the Grand Line.
A few fantasy games. This on Twitch or YouTube? It's on both. You'll link it? I don't know. I think the link might be removed if you link it here. I don't know if I have the bot on right now, so it might not. But... I just got a notification that I'm supposed to be working out today. Oops. Yeah, I don't have time for that today. I've been planning on eating more fish and rice. But the problem is I have one family member of mine that does not like fish, which makes it hard. I want to eat better, but the people in my life do not want to eat better. So it makes it hard for me to eat better. Fish is pretty dope. Yeah. Well, I mean, rice doesn't have a lot of fat in it, and fish is like good for like the protein, and it's not very fatty either, and it's good. Get some like vegetables in there too, like some greens. And you're pretty good, honestly. It's really all you need. Honestly, there's food that tastes really good, and you're like, yes, this is like the best tasting food, but it's like, honestly, I feel like if I just had like crap food all the time, but it was like good for you, and as long as it didn't taste like purposely bad, like it just tasted kind of bland, I'd be okay with it. I could totally be, no problem. I just have other people that don't agree with me, and I'm not the sole person that's eating. If I lived on my own, I'd just eat good stuff all the time. But anyway. I like sushi too, and luckily there's a few sushi places around here, right? So.
And we've got your first listen to the English voice cast with this quick new look.
Anytime I have like a plan eating at like our the local mall here, there's a sushi place in there, and I always get my food there. Cause sushi though. Dude, last time I went to the mall, we have a Tim Hortons in there. Right? And so, like, I went and got an ice cap. I hadn't had an ice cap in forever. What I didn't realize is that Tim Hortons had also moved towards paper straws. So they had a paper straw in the thing, and the problem with an ice cap is it's like crushed ice with, like, you know, the coffee in it, right? So, like, you basically have to, like, kind of, like, drink the liquid that's already there, and then some of the ice has the liquid in it. So the best way to get that out is you stir it when it starts to get low, right? But the thing is because it's a paper straw, and they're, like, the really bad, like, not thick ones, they, like, start to break in the middle when you start stirring it. And so you can't drink them the same anymore. You can't, like, drink half your ice cap that's trapped in the ice because the straw will break when you try to stir it.
Be sure to claim your copy before the sale ends on June 16th.
And it's Tim Hortons and Wendy's that have terrible paper straws. You go to like McDonald's or something and their paper straws are like thick cardboard and they don't break.
This year and beyond.
So they just gotta get better straws. Paper straws are fine, but they can't be like weak one-ply paper. Pissed me off though. I'm like, I have like another quarter of my ice cap. I can't drink it because if I stir my straw anymore, the straw is just going to disintegrate. Like, okay, that's cool. I have to start getting like a metal, like foldable, like straw that I can like carry with me so that I can like whip it out, and then I have my own straw. I always thought it sounded stupid, but at this point I feel I understand a little bit more, you know? I haven't been paying attention to half of these, but I don't think I've missed anything. Is this just an advertisement for like a platform? For like cloud gaming? Oh yeah, it is just Samsung's gaming hub. Okay. I'm good. Capcom. The heck is this? Oh, is it just an arcade collection of Capcom stuff? Okay. Yep. Arcade Stadium 2. In fairness, Capcom has a lot of stuff. I'm personally good, but it's not a bad one. Okay, this is the Mario Strikers trailer. I've never been a huge Mario sports game guy. Mario Golf's okay. Mario Tennis I have always been terrible at, but I like the idea of it. Other than that, Mario Strikers I'm fine with.
Only on Nintendo Switch. Game rated everyone 10 and up.
Not really my thing. I don't think.
Hi, my name is Carl and I'm a developer on Metal.
You have more
You know,
outsiders?
in some games where the music's really good, you feel compelled to move and shoot to the beat. But what if you had to? In Metal, the better you are at slaying to the beat, the more intense everything gets. And we have vocal.
Oh, this is the metal game where there's like tons of metal music playing as you kill things, and it's by like a bunch of metal bands and stuff.
Our demo is live now on Steam, Xbox, and
This is actually a cool looking game. The only problem is because they're all like real songs. I think they're all written for the game though, so I think it's fine. But I imagine this is like copyright strike, like hell. It looks really fun though. It's definitely got that like Doom vibe to it. I think it's just based off of Doom combat, but it's like all metal music just brought to the extreme. But you got tons of like actual metal bands in this. I saw this preview once before. I don't know where I saw it though. I think it was last year. You got Trivium in here and Lamb of God. I think there's Cannibal Corpse in here too, or something like that. Or it's like Napalm Death, it's one of them. System of a Down? Really? Damn. I mean, it's just Sarge, so it's probably not actually System of a Down, but... I say Sarge, I don't think that's the way you pronounce that, right? It's Surge, right? It's Metal Hellslinger. I just knew it as Metal. I guess that'd be a pretty bad name. You probably couldn't get the rights to just Metal. Alright, that's not too bad.
That one was Metal Hellsinger coming later this year from Funcom, a rhythm
Definitely
shooter
Doom
with
inspired,
metal
there's no
music.
way it's not.
And right now, as I mentioned, a demo has launched on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation
Ooh, demo.
for you to play for free. Next up, a new game launches tomorrow, The Quarry from
Might try that.
Supermassive Games. This spiritual successor to Until
Oh, The
Dawn
Quarry.
stars David
Wait, that
Arquette,
launches tomorrow?
all-star cast. It's getting great reviews, and this is one of those
This has David Arquette in it.
horror entertainment experiences where your every choice shapes your story.
If you've ever seen Until Dawn, it was like a story-driven, like you pick your choices to do.
First look at the launch trailer.
Kind of choose your own adventure game.
Is the most important thing in the world.
That's like a horror game, and it was really, really good when it came out. Because it was like a studio that had like no games, and they just had this game with like tons of people.
Every last one of them decided to jump.
Supermassive, yeah.
Well, they're all just hanging on the end of a rope. How can one person be expected to pull?
They were doing these games called like the Dark Anthology, and people weren't really liking them that much because they're kind of like a cheaper version of Until Dawn. And then they announced this game coming out. And this is like a full game, and it looks really good.
What? There is a lot more to this than you realize.
So,
Kidnapping, murder, cover-ups. I think the whole Hackett family is in on it.
oop, I hit the
No
disc.
idea what's going on here. Not a goddamn.
That's God.
All right, let's do this.
Is his name Tom Raimi? Is that his name? Sam Raimi's brother, that's who that is.
91-1.
I think the name's wrong though, you always forget what his name is. I want to say Tom, but I don't think it's Tom.
We gotta get out. I'm gonna enjoy watching you die.
And so like the whole premise of the game is that you can like lose your characters or you can save them and it affects the story later on, which is really cool. And you go between characters and stuff. That's how Until Dawn worked. I don't know how this one will work. That game has a deluxe edition?
Awards, we were proud to reveal Nightingale, a shared
Okay.
world survival crafting game from Inflection Games up in Canada. Now it's time to give you a brand new look and deeper look at the game, including its innovative realm card system that lets you impact things like the weather pattern, resources, and
Yeah,
challenges.
that's the kind of game that I'm not like
procedural
super into
realms.
either.
Here's your exclusive new look.
But apparently it's like a big studio like of a bunch of like you know, very
You're alone in the realms,
professional people
the portals.
out of some different teams all over. And they keep marketing themselves as that. Which is fine. I don't know if that means it's going to be like a really good game when it comes out. I don't know.
Given how fragile you humans are, I'd say that staying fed, dry, and rested should be your priority.
Like a survival crafting game.
If the portal arch is inactive, you'll need to make realm cards from rare resources. Once you have realm cards,
Like collecting resources and trying to like craft stuff together. It's not really my thing. I didn't realize how much Horizon Zero Dawn had that. I didn't think that was really a thing. I thought it was pretty linear. Like it was like an open world, but you had like, you know, places to go and you could follow like a linear story, and then there was like side missions beyond that. But it's a lot more like exploration survival than I thought it was. It's still not like to the extent that this game's presenting it, but that's what kind of turned me away from playing Horizon. I wasn't really liking it. I'm not saying it's a bad game, it's just it wasn't really my thing. And Breath of the Wild has resource collecting, but I don't know. That one didn't feel as bad. Because it all felt optional, right? Like, and it wasn't like super extreme like crafting survival, it was more like make sure you're in a decent area of the world. And, you know, try to get some food items to make some food.
Think but this.
It wasn't like a main element, it was like one element to create a greater whole, versus this game where it seems like the crafting is like a big part of it that you have to really focus on. I think that's where the difference lies for me, is when like the crafting is like super important.
In on August 23rd with the reboot of Saints Row that we revealed last year at Gamescom. And today, we're happy to announce the launch of the Boss Factory demo across PC and console, which lets you design and set up your character. And since it's Saints Row, you guys are going to have a lot of fun with this one. Check it out.
Boss Factory. Saints Row.
Guys.
Is it just a character creator
To capture people's
demo?
attention. So what do we build next?
Is that it?
Me.
This game's weird because it has this like weird like cartoony vibe to it, but it's like, oh my god. Alright. Yeah, I guess it's a character creator. I don't like the way it visually looks. It looks like kind of like slightly simplified graphics. I feel like they could have got a higher fidelity out of it, but whatever. Character creator looks pretty in-depth though. Wow. Alright. I assume the demo allows you to just like make your character, and then when the game comes out you can import from there. That's actually pretty smart, because that would allow you to like, you know, get into the game faster. And not spend like an hour or two trying to design your character. I could easily imagine people like streaming just the character creator for hours too, making ridiculous things. So that might be good marketing for them. This trailer definitely makes it feel more like Saints Row than the other ones. The other ones were trying to present it as this like super like combat heavy game. And this one just makes it look like it's ridiculous, which is the whole vibe of Saints Row. So I think that's definitely the best trailer they've had for this game. Oh yeah, it's only on the Epic Game Store, I think. I don't even think it's on Steam.
Next, we've got an exclusive first look
Welp.
at extended gameplay of Warhammer 40k Darktide, Fat Shark's follow-up to the critically acclaimed Vermintide series.
I know nothing about Warhammer, but their games actually like look fairly decent. Like they're like really high quality.
Out on September 13th for PC.
I don't know if this is the one that I thought looked crazy. I think they're like, I think it's another Warhammer game that's like third person and everything, and it actually looks like a really crazy high quality game. I don't think it's this one though. I don't know what the other one was. I think the other one was Space Marine 3. I think that's what it was.
Access the operations array and use the cryonic rods to flush the system.
This one I don't think I've seen any gameplay of.
Head on through the ventilation tunnels and look for an access point. This way! Move it!
That looks pretty good too, though. I wasn't expecting first person, so. God, what is with these Warhammer games and like looking so good? Like, I feel like I can't get into them though because like there's so much lore that I probably don't know. That probably ruins the value to me. I assume this one's an online game though, because there's different character views we're seeing in the same fights, so. I don't know if Space Marine's that way. I think Space Marine is a single player one. And I think this is like the multiplayer one essentially. Could be totally wrong on that. But don't really know. There's like a skeleton view thing. I assume that's like of your teammates, so you can see like their health. Or it's just like one of the class's abilities or something. Yeah, it's definitely multiplayer.
Bloober Team is known for psychological horror.
Bloober Team, oh, here we go. Horror game, horror game.
They're ready to reveal their latest creation made completely in Unreal Engine 5 for a visceral horror experience.
Unreal Engine 5.
The world of Layers of Fears. Get a dose of this.
Layers of Fears, it's Layers of Fear. But alright. Is it called Layers of Fears now because it's a sequel? Actually, it already had a sequel. It had Layers of Fear 2, which was not very good. Well, I hope this one's good. Layers of Fear has kind of had an up and down battle. God damn, it looks really good. Ah, Bloober Team. Your games look super high quality, though. And even though there's things you've done that have been really shitty, your games look great. Can we see some gameplay, though? I just want to see what the game looks like actually running, rather than your cinematics.
Tale of sadness and guilt of an artist trapped in a place beyond redemption. It's a lot.
Sound mixing is really weird on this one.
It's the story of my fear, pain, and hatred, of the horror of my loneliness.
Yeah, so the whole point of Layers of Fear was just like there's an artist that was like doing really evil, gruesome things to make his art, and he like went insane trying to make one painting.
All this suffering.
Really all it is. And then you just like live out their fears and stuff. And their insecurities and like their memories and stuff. And it's basically just a walking simulator, so I hope this one isn't just that. But if there is combat, I hope it's not terrible. Looks okay. I hope, again, it looks kind of just like a walking experience rather than anything else, so I don't know. Yeah, this one's called Layers of Fears. Not Layers of Fear, like the original. Are they just kind of pretending the second game didn't exist because the second game was not that good?
This October, Gotham Knights arrives.
Gotham Knights, okay. I saw this trailer on my own and I thought it looked okay. I then rewatched it and went, wow, this looks really slow and clunky. And then the rest of the community kind of agreed with that. So, yeah, if you look at like the original Arkham games, which are by different people, this game looks like a mobile game that's like way slower than the Arkham games. Not that snappy, and the animations do not flow. I still hope it's good, but it looks like it had a major downgrade since their first trailer that looked really good.
So I hope you enjoy the show and stay tuned.
All right. This one I thought was going to be cool, and I was still a little skeptical on it, but now that I've seen more stuff, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we play it on stream, though. You can play it on your own, you can play it with people. I like that. I like the optional online.
Gave me everything. It deserves to feel safe.
I like that it has multiple characters, but seems like they spent a lot of time having the different characters and stuff and everything, but it doesn't seem like they really refined everybody to like a crazy level like they did in Arkham, which I think is really gonna like make this lack and not feel as good.
It's up to me.
Because those years of refinement that was spent on like Arkham Knight and stuff makes it feel so good. Arkham Knight is amazing. People complain about it, but I think when this game comes out, people are going to realize how good that game is. The only reason people complained about it was because the PC port was handled terribly, which was a like publisher issue.
I got this, Bruce.
And the game had a lot of Batmobile in it. Which, yes, it did have a bit more Batmobile than it should have had. But it had a lot of other stuff in it too. It was not just Batmobile.
Oh, look who it is. Neil Druckmann from Naughty Dog, co-president of Naughty Dog. Great to have you with us, Neil.
Why the heck is Neil Druckmann here? We were talking about Gotham.
Internet for Naughty Dog fans, and
I think we jinxed ourselves. We were joking about last night, like, watch the assets will leak, and lo and behold, that's what happened.
Well, the good news is there's some stuff that hasn't leaked that we have lots to share with people about all things at Naughty Dog.
Oh yes, this leaked.
First of all, it is it's a big month actually for Last
So there's
of Us fans because
there's The Last of Us getting remade on PS5. It leaked like yesterday.
Which is hard to believe.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's crazy. 9 years for Last of Us 1, 2 years for Last of Us Part 2.
I think they redid it from the ground up.
They're still sending us letters and art and these characters.
I only saw it earlier this morning when it leaked, though. I think it was last night.
And it's just been kind of amazing. Like Last of Us Part 2 early this year passed a pretty big milestone. It sold over 10 million units. And that kind of support, that kind of success, we're so grateful to our fans. It has allowed us to grow as a studio, and now we can take.
It's still cool, though. I'm happy that they're announcing it officially, though. And it's not something that like we weren't supposed to see for another couple months.
What can Last of Us fans expect in the future?
Like the Kojima thing, likely. I would love to see it today as a surprise, like towards the end of the show. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Has evolved due to the team's ambition. They really wanted to do something beyond what we've ever done before at Naughty Dog, and we felt the way to do it justice is to make it a standalone title.
My dad has actually played both of the Last of Us games.
And we're not quite ready to fully
I haven't played either of them. I've seen some of 2.
Okay, well, what can you tell us?
And some of 1 because my dad was playing them, but
yeah, so
I have not played them.
Art that we want to show. But what I can tell you is that this game is big.
Okay.
It's as big as any of our single-player games that we've done, and in some ways bigger.
Wait, they're doing a multiplayer Last of Us?
The way we're telling that story is very unique to this game. It's got a brand new cast of characters. It takes place at another place, another part of the United States.
It's like a city might be somewhat familiar, some people.
I'm sure our fans have already figured it out. And it's really cool. And it's being headed by Vinod Agarwal, Anthony Newman, and...
But yeah, apparently they remade
all veterans of
the first Last of Us.
And you're going to see a lot more of this game.
From the ground up for like a PS5 version. Which is pretty cool.
Very exciting that this has evolved, and I mean that concept art looks incredible.
Since I haven't played the original Last of Us, I don't know fully if like how different it is looking to the original. I know like visually it looks a lot higher quality, but I don't know if they redid all the animations and everything too. I don't know.
Every day it feels like up in Calgary they're filming the Last of Us.
That game came out on PS3.
HBO, right?
Yeah,
doesn't feel that long ago.
Year,
Ooh, they're going to talk about the show, I think.
And HBO to adapt The Last of Us into a TV show. They've been filming, and
I don't think they're done filming that yet, so I don't think we're going to see anything.
When we're looking back at Naughty Dog, we can't help but feel emotional because not only is it so good and the quality is so high, it's so authentic to what we've made in the game.
I feel like I have to get into Last of Us because I think this remake too is
I couldn't be proud of, like, again, Craig and that whole
coming to PC.
And their last day of filming is tomorrow. So
The entire series.
I like playing stuff on PC. What can I say? The only console that I personally own is the Nintendo Switch, because you're not going to be able to play Nintendo stuff any other way.
Got to direct one of the episodes.
Yes, I think that really.
But a lot of
speaks
like
to the kind of
PlayStation and Xbox games, especially now,
collaboration
come to PC at some point. So
one of the episodes. I think we have an image from the episode actually.
as long as they don't go to the Epic Games Store,
First look.
then I'm fine.
So
Ooh.
you can see this is a certain museum that players might know from the game. And I really have to talk about Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, and not only
That's
directing
cool.
them, but seeing them do all the other episodes. They've thrown themselves at these roles for a whole year.
I hope that it's really based off of the game, because I heard the Halo series is like, oh, it's Halo, but you know, Halo, but it's just like using the characters and some of very vague elements of it, but it really has nothing to do with the games. So if you don't know the games, it's like a fine show, but if you know the games, it's kind of like, oh, this has nothing to do with anything.
They put out, it just, I mean, it feels like the video game. Everything that I've seen, both public and other stuff.
So I hope that
makes it
that
feel sort of
is like
super
actually
limited,
similar.
and that's awesome to
I know
see,
some of the story of Last of Us,
front
so
side now for the first time. So we'll see more of that
I
next
feel like
year.
I'd be able to
It's
tell.
gonna be series.
You'll hear about it very soon. That's
Okay.
all I'll say right now.
All right. Well, Last of Us HBO.
If it's not
very
similar,
exciting.
it could still be good,
and
but I think
hear
like
you actually have a couple
that's the main
actors
thing
from the
people
show
want.
who are going to join us
We
here.
happen to have a couple actors here that are part of the show.
Especially with a game that's like super high end. Oh,
Oh, what's up, guys?
Troy Baker's back. Well, we knew that.
Troy's back again. Hello,
I know.
Ashley. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I'm a little confused though. I thought maybe Pedro Bella, but Troy Ashley out here from the game, right?
So when Craig and I started working on
Well,
the
yeah,
show,
because they're going to talk about the first game again.
said Troy and Ashley have to be a part of it. And we're such fans of like the talent.
Oh, they're actually in the show? That's awesome.
Joel and Ellie. We felt like it was so important that they become part of the show. And it was
Troy Baker, by the way, the last Death Stranding stream we did, Higgs there, that's him.
These are real roles that we're keeping under wraps for now. But man, I'm bummed that
Usually he does voices in games, but
There's been so much stuff
in Death Stranding, it's like a whole
on the
performance.
internet.
Like
There's so much like talk
it
about
looks
what's
like him.
filmed, and I think that's you guys have kept a complete secret.
We haven't seen him
So you
yet,
were up
but
there and
it
you've
looks like
filmed
him.
your roles by now,
So spoilers, it's
Keeping
Higgs.
secrets with this franchise is kind of old hat. Like we've
Except
had
for today.
Yeah. Except for the date.
I think they made him
it is
significantly
one of the
more
hardest
like
things
buff
for us to do
in
is to let,
Death Stranding
people
though,
know that
because he's
we're
very
so
like
proud
not.
of it and the work that we did.
Not saying he's not in
worked hard.
shape, but
The crew, I have to
he's a
say,
stick of a man.
When I walked out on set, to be met with literally every person that I met on that crew is such a fan of this game, and they all knew what it was that they were working on and committed to working on this project because of their fan and their love for the game was one of the greatest. It was like I was coming home to friends.
Yeah, I the attention to detail, the crew was amazing.
I like how
Bella
that
and
shot
Pedro are-
too. You can tell is not even like fully processed in
they're
like the color
so
correction or anything like that, because it's
and
like
we
kind of
were trying to sort of
artifacty,
describe that feeling of sort of seeing
and
them
and
in
the
person.
lighting is still
It's
very like
like-
spotty where their
It's like the
faces are,
characters
and not
coming
really
to
anywhere
life,
else.
But it's so much more than that. I feel like I can't fully explain it, but I am.
So I don't think they've done all the
so
color
excited
correction
to
on
be
it
a
yet.
part of it, and
I was gonna say it was pretty early in the filming process. I'm pretty sure they're not done. If they are done, they only just got done.
it's. I love the story. I love just being a part of.
I'm
this
so
world.
excited about the series and the fact that you guys are going to be in it and undisclosed roles. I'm so fascinated how it's going to sort of bob and weave and you know, are these?
No, it's cool that they're
characters
gonna be in
from the
it.
game that they're
I'll really only notice when Troy's in it, if I watch it.
I can tell you.
So sneaky. All right. Well, we're so excited.
Maybe it's already on Twitter by now.
Hey. All right. Well, let's talk about what was on Twitter earlier today. Lots of talk about the idea, or really what's happening is it looks like you guys are remaking the original game.
I like how they're not pretending that the leak happened. I like that they're acknowledging it. That's awesome.
The definitive version of the first game that wasn't encumbered by any technology. Wanted to find a way to get even closer to our original vision, and we're able to do it on the PS5.
That's cool that they're remaking it. I didn't think they were going to do that since they already did that once before. Technically, they did the PS4 and then the PS4 version of the game that was like the, I don't know what they called it, definitive edition. I don't think it was called that. It was something though. Maybe it was called that.
I've been on quite the adventure, little brother.
Yeah, I saw this trailer already because it leaked, but
It's got something to do with that girl.
it looks good. It definitely looks way better than the original game. This has that extra high quality to it.
You know,
Ooh, September.
I've
Nice.
never been this close. It's the outside.
So is that everything you hoped for?
I assume it's the original motion capture and everything, and like the original voice acting. It's just like new engine, higher models,
Can it?
better lighting, that kind of stuff. Higher quality models. I just said higher models.
I had somebody that I cared about.
They've been smoking a
In
little
this
bit.
world, that's good for one thing. Get you killed.
I can take care of myself.
How many close calls have we had?
I get into trouble down there. You make every shot count.
I got this.
Hope you know how to use that thing.
I've had some
I like that it's coming out on PC though. I really want to like check it out now. And it's also part 1 now. That's what they're just calling it. They're just calling it Last of Us Part 1 since
Truly one
now
of my
there is a
favorite
part
games
2.
of the past decade. Guys, what's your reaction to that?
Yeah, we hadn't seen that yet.
Yeah, you're watching it in real time.
Yeah.
It's 'cause you
Okay,
did
so they didn't do any
performances
performance capture, so yeah.
a decade ago.
Yeah.
You didn't go back in. I mean, you used the original performances.
Yeah,
right?
actually, we came up with a process where you could take the original animation that we did for the faces and kind of like retarget it on these new rigs that have a lot more fidelity. And then the animators went back and
We're seeing
studied.
side by sides here, just how much it.
Wow,
has
yeah, look at that.
And you redid the
That looks
models,
crazy. That looks.
Everything was rebuilt
Look at
from the
that.
ground up. Same art director.
Yeah,
art
okay, that's
director,
entirely
from the
different.
ground up. But the great thing about these faces is that they're closer.
You
to
always
the
think it's not
all the
different
animators
at all,
went
but then you're like,
studied those
nah.
videos and got it closer to what you did on set.
Because your brain's good at like filling in those details and not really thinking there's like a lack of it. And so when you see something higher, you're like side by side, you're like, oh wow, okay.
Just the
Jeez.
fidelity of everything, 60 frames per second, all this stuff you're getting on the PS5. Again, we wanted to give, knowing because of the show, because they're all new players for PS5. And
That's really
PC,
cool though
we
that
wanted
they're
to have the definitive
redoing it.
version of The Last of Us.
Amazing one.
Definitely makes sense.
When
Definitely
was
makes
the last
sense.
time you guys played the game?
I actually played it again just to refresh my memory
The show?
before working on the show.
I was just a glutton for punishment, and I went straight from playing
never
part
played it.
1 straight into part 2. And so the last time I
Nice.
literally would have been 2 years ago since we're celebrating the anniversary of part 2 coming out. So I mean, it looks like I'm definitely going to be up for another
Yeah,
playthrough
I
with
mean,
this.
I can't wait to go back because
Yeah.
you guys did such an
Well,
amazing
Troy, the
job.
gamer he is, actually,
It's
I
really
expect
when
him
you
to play
it,
that
when you see it in
again.
motion, it's really night and day from what it used to be.
I imagine that think of the Last of Us 2 combat.
That must be an awesome thing to have. It's like you're like a
Well, it's the
performer
whole, like,
for a
all
bunch
the
of games, but you
animation
also like
system,
playing
the AI
games.
system, everything we've
So
learned
like
on, like,
you just get to
Uncharted 4, Last of Us 2,
be in them
applied to
and then
this,
play them, and you're like,
again,
hey, look,
definitive version. Just to give
that's
a quick
me.
shout out, this project is headed up by Matthew Gallant and Shauna Sky.
And Troy Baker's in
And you'll
so
hear a
many.
lot
Oh
more
my
about-
god.
See a lot more about over the coming weeks leading up to the.
Well, we saw him earlier because he's in the Fort Solis game, which again I want to see more of.
We will look
I'm
forward to
curious
that.
what it's
Neil, you
actually
talked
going
a
to
lot
play
about
like.
Games directed by other people.
But I'm
What are
interested,
you
and Routine looks awesome.
Still making games.
The Callisto Protocol
I
looks
haven't given
awesome.
up My day job.
And the Dead Space remake.
It's a little early.
Oh
to
man,
talk
I'm
about it.
excited.
Maybe if someone in PlayStation wants to leak it, then we can talk about it now.
We still have the Devolver Digital thing after too, which is awesome.
Do have a new project, but we'll save it for another Summer Game Fest.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll try and save it. All right. Troy, Ashley, Neil, thank you so much for dropping by Summer Game Fest, and I am so excited that The Last of Us is returning, as you said, in September. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Awesome. All right, well, that is going to do
Sick.
it. Thanks to Naughty Dog and PlayStation for that very special look at The Last of Us and the entire franchise and where
Wait, is that
things are
it?
going. Very, very excited about that. All right, Summer Game Fest continues over the next few days. Coming up right now on this very stream is Day of the Des with I Am 8-Bit and Double Fine, including an exclusive new look at the planet of Lana. And then the Devolver Digital Showcase.
Oh, it said it was 3
Tomorrow,
hours.
Netflix Geeked Week, which I'll be co-hosting, and the
It said it was
Tribeca
3
Games
hours,
Showcase
guys.
streaming, along with the Epic Games
Oh.
Store Showcase. And then finally Sunday,
Okay,
it's the
well.
Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase. You can stream
Oopsie.
them all at summergamefest.com. As for me, I'll see you again in
I don't know why the
August.
Devolver thing is so late today. It's at 6. I thought we had another hour.
Opening Night Live on August 23rd, and then the Game Awards will return in December live.
Hey, that's not too bad, though.
In Los Angeles.
Okay.
And finally, I'm excited to share that Summer Game Fest will return in June 2023 as a digital and in-person event to bring the gaming community together.
He's already
Next
confirming
week,
it's
our
coming
Summer
back next
Gaming
year.
Fest.
That's hilarious.
Remember, there are more events and announcements to come. We'll see you soon.
Okay, sick. All right. All right, I'm just gonna check real quick. What else is next? I don't know. Is this the Day of the Devs thing? Oh God.
Happy birthday.
What is this?
to you.
What is this?
Happy birthday, Day of the Devs. Day of the Devs? What? You don't know what Day of the Devs is? Day of the Devs is the greatest and definitely the oldest independent games festival that exists. It was started over 10 years ago by Double Fine Productions and I Am 8-Bit to celebrate the best independent games out there.
All right. I'm gonna play this like really dimly in the background. All right. All right. I don't know if you guys can even hear that. I'll turn it up a little bit. All right. Well, I'll leave that going for now. I'm gonna go here. I don't know how well this is gonna work. Yeah. So I think for me personally, oh, I don't know. I do think that some of the games that we saw were really, really cool. Actually, I'm gonna go back here for a minute. So let me look. Where's my thing? Alright, so we have like 2 hours before the Devolver Digital thing. I was like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna do. I thought it was 3 hours. I thought the Games Fest was 3 hours. Do we have a thing? Can I look up routine? Routine. Game. Yeah, here it is here. Yeah, 8 years ago. Yeah, it is this game. Holy hell. This was 8 years ago. This was the last time that it was ever talked about. Was here. When we had this, like, game, right? And I think this was by one guy at the time. It looks like a whole team has picked it up with probably the same guy behind it. It's really loud. I'm gonna put it like there. Here, look at this. It's got this like weird, like, you know, there's like this screen going around. And it's got this very like 60s looking space kind of environment. And this thing's just crazy. There's so much stuff here. And this was 8 years ago. Imagine if this came out 8 years ago. This would have been insane. This game definitely would have been like a classic for a lot of people. But it just didn't come out and it just kind of died off. And like, yeah, you can like go through menus by like looking at it like this. It was kind of weird, but it looked really cool. It just had such a vibe to it. It's before Alien Isolation, but it had that kind of feeling to it. And if you go through here, right, then like, you know, I think I had some showcase of the horror stuff. I think it was a little vague with this, though. Yeah, it still had those robots there. Yeah, oh, it saw him. Yeah, you can like shoot it. It's like a stealth kind of thing. It's kind of crazy. And it's like, oh man, it feels super unnerving. I don't really know beyond that though, because like that's really all they ever showed about this game is just it being stealthy with this like robot guy. And that's kind of what they still showed in the initial trailer. We can look at it again. And yeah, you got this like scanner thing. That's like really awful. Is that like an actual like creature? Couldn't really see it. I love how crusty that screen is. It really makes it like, oh, you're just waiting for the screen to try to help you. Yeah, and it ended there, right? Like, that's all it is, right? But it looked cool, and like, that's the last time it was ever really seen. And now it's back. Not a lot to see about it. I can't believe that Mick Gordon's making music for it too. That's awesome. This game has like gotten a huge like rework likely. It looked very different too. Like obviously it's just like now it's got to be even higher fidelity. Ooh, there was a person in there. You see that? Or something. There's like a person or something there. Like moving. Oof. That's creepy. It looks like the whole game's got this like analog filter on it. And I assume this is a cutscene. Imagine if this was VR though. There's no way it's VR. Oh, but the way the looking around is, it almost feels like it is VR. Ah, there's no way. That's gotta be like added camera shake. Or it is in the game. But I love the analog looking filter of it. Oh, that screen's a lot bigger now. That's good. That thing looks terrifying. Either way, it still doesn't really show a lot of what it's supposed to be, but it's a space-themed horror game, so I mean, that's enough that I need to know, right? Like, that is enough. Routine is a space-themed horror game. Composed by Doom 2016's Mick Gordon. Right there. Right there. All I need to know. All I need to know. Okay, alright. We're good. What else did we see? We saw the... Let's go to Steam for that, actually. Please. Thank you. Let's go to Steam for this. Summer's Game Fest, there it is right there. There's going to be some stuff with the Steam Next Fest, so that'll be cool to see. I think, what is it? What's it called? Fort Solace. Is this here already? It is. Okay. Is there any other info on it? It's just screenshots from the trailer. Dang. Fort Solace is a single-player third-person thriller. Okay, so thriller usually means it's a little bit light horror and it's more about the story. Typically, that's usually how I read it for like a game. It's typically what I see it as. So it's set over one long night on the far side of Mars. So they're on Mars. Engineer Jack Leary, which is the Roger Clark guy, responds to a routine alarm where events unravel and escalate out of control in a way he could have never imagined. Story-rich, sci-fi psychological horror. So I assume it's not super combat heavy then. I assume it's mostly just like a narrative. Huge narrative moments that are fully playable with multiple outcomes. So is this more of like a story, high fidelity world aiming to be as immersive and captivating as the performances of our cast? So it's more of a story-based thing then. So it's a horror thing and it has like that feeling of Dead Space as they said, but more of like the story element and like the atmospheric nature of it then. That's okay. That's fine. I'm not, like, that doesn't worry me. Not really. Okay, that's fine then. Yeah, alright. Oh, that's just Death Stranding. What else? Is the Callisto Protocol on here yet? It wasn't before. It is. Okay, great. There's the day one edition and the deluxe edition. Does it say what the differences are? Probably. God. Canadian prices, we love it. Okay, so horror engineering. The Callisto Protocol is a next generation take on survival horror. It doesn't really say anything about the differences of the editions. Does it have a thing here that shows it? No. Some sick screenshots though, like, look at that. That's awesome. Oh, there's like multiple faces. Look, there's another set of eyes here. And then right there. Nice. It looks really good. Look at that. I don't know if this is like in-game or if this is just like cutscene stuff, but pretty sick, pretty sick. Alright. Yeah, that looks good too. There's some like outside wintry stuff too, which was something that was in Dead Space 3 as well. Yeah, it looks sick. It looks really cool. I wonder if they have like gravity stuff like they had in well, they had gravity stuff in Dead Space, the original Dead Space. But then the rest of it was like no gravity and you were just jetting around, which was a lot easier to manage. It kind of like in the original Dead Space, we played it on stream, so you can go back and watch that on the VOD channel, which is also updated now, which is great. But yeah, so like in that, the gravity sections were like you had to like shoot yourself to walls and then you would like land on it and your perspective would change. And there was a lot of small areas with that, and it kind of got very sickening after a while, so yeah, wasn't really into that for that. Is the Dead Space remake here too? Okay, there's Dead Space, and then there's that. So the actual Dead Space remake isn't on here right now, which is fine. Did it say Dead Space remake release date? When does that say it is? January 2023. So that's interesting. Now, hopefully it doesn't get delayed. I have a feeling it will, but hopefully it doesn't. Because if that's the case, then December 2nd, you have like a month to play Callisto Protocol. And then in January 2023, you're going to get the Dead Space remake. So they're going to come out at a pretty similar time. I hope that the Callisto Protocol did already have that date in mind and that it's going to be like finished and they're not rushing anything to try to like beat out the Dead Space remake. I hope that's not the case. I hope it's fine. It looks good. And it looks like a lot of it is like really refined and it's there. I'm hoping, like they still have time, right? Like it's December from now, it's June, so I think they'll be fine. Yeah, I hope that's the case. I hope they don't like, you know, have a bunch of bugs when it comes out or anything like that. Or like it feels a little lacking, like it could have like helped from an extra couple months or something. So I worry about that. I worry about that for the January date for Dead Space, the remake as well. I'm hoping that it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine, but at the same time, a lot of the footage we've seen has not really been like, if we ever see like an environment, it's usually like, oh, this is like still like work in progress, not representative of the final. So I don't know. I don't know if January 2023 is going to be when it actually comes out. I have this feeling deep down that no, that's not when it's going to be. So I don't know. Probably not. But yeah. Was that all the games that we had to see? Was that it? Summer Games Fest 2022. Can we watch it already? Oh, it's still live.
So we decided.
What's the actual one? Where's the actual one? I was just there. There we go.
Player or co-op.
Okay, I'm good on that. Where's the
To show
we saw Callisto.
but what I'm so excited.
Looks great. We're gonna watch that back again. Okay, that was the Call of Duty thing. Wasn't there another space game we saw too? Or was it, did I cover everything? At least like lightly. Did I already go past all the spacey games? No, there's Fort Solace. There's Routine. Okay, I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything, I think. Unless there's one before Callisto that I'm forgetting. Oh, there's the aliens one. But yeah, no. Okay, that's everything. That's everything. Where's Callisto again? There it is. I want to see this Callisto footage again. Hold on.
I want to thank the team, man. Like you said, through COVID, very much.
Looks like this is the first gameplay of the Callisto Protocol.
I need to see this again. Look at this. This is insane. This just blows me away, man. It looks crazy. And like, it's definitely ray trace lighting and everything. Why are they trying to heal him? That guy was already like a demon guy already. Or whatever it was. I wonder what the story will be for like everything turning to crap. It must be like a virus or something, because originally it was like, oh, it's like a religious thing with like the marker and stuff in Dead Space, so they gotta definitely go a different route, I think. But again, a lot of this is so similar. They got like a gravity gun, which is definitely more in-depth than, you know, everything else. Or like Dead Space, because Dead Space was just like rip off a limb and you got like a limb or something like that. And that was only till like Dead Space 2. The original Dead Space didn't have that. Like it had kinesis, right? But I think, pretty sure, yeah. But you couldn't like rip off limbs unless they were dead bodies. Dead Space 2, you could do it off of living things, I think. This one's like the whole person, which is pretty cool. It looks like that could definitely use some polish, because when they like load back in the environment, it looks a little weird. But I mean, everything in the environment looks good. The HUD looks good. It actually is a little hard to see at times, personally. I think there's definitely some extra like flare and like post-polishing stuff going on here. There might be a little bit more stuff to make things look a little bit more clear. I mean, you can see that ammo counter pretty easily. I think that's fine. I assume he's shooting the limbs. It kind of looks like he's missing half the time. They got the stomp. Nice. So I assume that thing on his back there, I assume this right here is like the melee weapon or something. Is that what he took out to like hit him with melee stuff? I assume. Is that a Canadian flag? Is that Canadian? Nah. Like some stripe pattern. I mean, it's clearly important. He's got it on him even with the armor. The armor looks really cool too. The sounds and the design and everything are just so Dead Space. Oh, you got a puker guy? What a surprise. So did he just walk into that grinder thing accidentally? Like an idiot? Yeah, he just walked into it. I love that the deaths are as gruesome as they were in Dead Space. That's awesome. Okay, I'm super into it. I'm super into that. That looks awesome. I just saw it looks like a mobile game, then I realized that it's the live chat they're talking about. What?
Occasionally, this cat will show up on the periphery of your gameplay.
Okay, they're showing a I don't know what the heck this is. Anything else that was interesting that I really picked up on it? I mostly was just entertained by those space games. Everything else following that, I wasn't really like super like into. I'm just skimming real quick. Where's the neon thing? Where's that? Wasn't that out soon? Didn't they say that was out like really soon? The Quarry seems good. Isn't that out tomorrow?
91-1.
Goodbye, cruel world.
We saw this one already. It's very similar to Until Dawn, right?
I'm gonna enjoy watching you die.
I just want to see if they had a date on the end of this. June 10th. That's tomorrow. Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. I thought they said tomorrow, but I couldn't remember. Where's that neon one? I want to see that one again. Where was that shown? Oh, Layers of Fear. Did it say when it was coming out? Okay, we'll watch that one again. As well as the neon one. Where's that? Is that back further? Can't find it now. Where's that shown? Oh, there it is.
We're called neons.
Yeah, okay.
Sinners.
I want to look at this again too.
Dirty work. But I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven.
Yeah, so you pick up the card. I'm trying to figure out how the card things work, because I feel like that'll definitely like be the main determining factor in which on like if I actually want to play this game or not. Did they say they had a demo of this one or no? Because I think this one's one I really want to like see a demo of, just to like know if I like the way the combat flows. Because it looks really cool and I like the speed of it, but I don't actually know if I'd like it. The HUD is a little in your way. I don't know why your character has to be that big on the bottom. That is Sungwon. That is Sungwon. I said it before, that's Sungwon. Pro CD? Yeah. Easily.
You think you can win me over by showering me with gifts? Good thinking.
Yeah, it's got a lot of story like that. I don't know if I'd be super invested in that, but that's fine. It looks cool. It's very fast paced. June 16th, okay. Not that far. They didn't show too much gameplay. You can pre-order now, PC and Steam. There's no demo though, right? Nah, I wish there was a demo for that. I want to see that. Maybe there'll be something at the next fest. I'll make sure to take a look to see. Alright, and Layers of Fear. Layers of Fears. People were thinking they were doing a Silent Hill, new Silent Hill game, and maybe they are still. They must have two divisions of teams, because they just did the medium and they already have this game coming out. If I'm being honest, it looks like a lower quality game. A little bit. Doesn't quite have that level of polish that the medium seemingly had. And maybe that's because they got that extra bit of funding from Xbox for that one. I think they must have. And I don't know if this one does, so I think that must be where some of the lack of seeming quality comes from. I think that might be where some of it comes from. That must be. I mean, the environments look really good. It's just like the character animation. Some of the set pieces look super similar to like past games. Like it looks very similar to the first game. Like to the point where it's hard to tell. You have a fire again, that happened in the first game. The first game you had like an underwater, or not an underwater, but like a, that looks interesting. In Unreal Engine 5. Sure. That seems to be the newest. There was somewhere like that too in the Legends, or Layers of Fear 2. So, I was about to say Legends of Fear. The fact that it's called Layers of Fears, though, sounds kind of weird to me. Well, I mean, hopefully it's decent. I don't know. I think the most recent buzzword for games right now is like, oh, it's made in Unreal Engine 5. It's in Unreal Engine 5. The thing is, that doesn't automatically mean it's next gen, right? Because, like, if it is made in Unreal Engine 5, that's fine. But, like, you could put, like, a 6 poly shape and make your game look like, you could make, like, an N64 looking game in Unreal Engine 5, right? Like, it's totally determinant on the artists and how well they, like, utilize Unreal Engine 5 to make this, like, really high quality experience. So it doesn't mean automatically that the game is like amazing and like the best thing in the world, you know? It could really mean anything. So it's cool that they say that, and it's good to know that people, like, when they're making a game and they're like, oh, we're using Unreal Engine 5, it's like, well, that's good to know that you have like a lot of possibilities with it, which is really good, but like, I don't know, dude. It still could be like not that good quality, you know, or the game could just play really badly. That's not determined on the engine. That's determined on how well you make a fun game to play. I don't know. It might be okay. Layers of Fear 2 wasn't that great. Layers of Fear really put Bloober Team on the map because it was like a pretty decently like good quality game compared to a lot of, at the time, like really cheap kind of indie horror games that were like clearly not that great quality, but people were playing them like crazy because that was just like, you know, the content at the time on YouTube. When Layers of Fear came out, it was like, wow, this is like really high quality for, you know, a time where there was a lot of not high quality stuff. So it makes sense that they like, you know, blew up from that. But I think like now it's like, you know, their games are like, you know, okay quality. I think The Medium was really good quality for what it was. But I don't know, like the Blair Witch game, people were like, oh, it's, you know, it's okay. Observer is cool, but when it came out, it wasn't that good, and then they did remaster it. So I thought they were definitely going in that direction of like having things look really, really good. This one, I can't tell fully. It seems like the bits that are gameplay look okay. I don't know, maybe there's still polish of that. It's coming out in 2023, so there's still some time away from that. But I don't fully know. It could still be very early. They didn't show a lot of gameplay. So that's kind of my thought on it. It was a lot of like cinematics with a bit of like a few areas, but nothing crazy. So that makes me think that possibly there's still quite a bit to be done. Maybe possibly even in the visual department. But yeah. So, we'll see. I really liked Observer. I kind of wanted to get Observer the later when they released that was like the HD version and everything was retouched because it looked a lot better. And it had more content apparently. But I think it's like pretty crazy price. I want to look actually. Let me look. The Observer. They only have the art. Oh, there it is. Why did that not come up? Oh, it's Observer. It's not The Observer. I always think it's The Observer. It's just Observer. But yeah, so like, here's this, right? How much is it? 40 bucks. Ugh. Not a lot more for the deluxe edition, which is good, I guess, but kind of crazy though. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, here's like Layers of Fear. When did that come out? 2016? It was still pretty late in that indie horror game era, so like that's a little surprising. I think it was out a little bit earlier than that though, because I don't think it was a full game when it was like first out. I think it was out in like 2014, or like 2015 maybe, somewhere around then. This was still definitely like the time for where people were like making that kind of content. You know, just like any horror game you can find and making a video about it. But yeah, like it looks totally fine. But like, let's look at this for a second. Bring this up. Higher quality, like. So look at this, right?
Give me that.
So here it is right here. Like this is what this game looks like. I'm not saying it looks like the most amazing game I've ever seen. I'm not saying that. And it's hard to tell because it's dark, but like look at that shot, right? Let's get a shot that's similar. So there's the fidelity of that game, right? We've seen that, right? We go back to this. Can we see a shot from this? Where did it go? I mean, yeah. Oh wait, no, that's. God damn it! Where did it go? I can't get it. There it is. These. I was like, wait a minute, that's Warhammer. Yeah, it does look better.
and hatred of the horror.
Got the same chair again, so I guess it's a continuation of the first game's story. There's that. And here's this. Definitely better. Definitely better. You got similar things. I don't know if it's like, you know, enough to be like, oh, it's Unreal Engine 5, it's this high fidelity. Because if you look at something like the Medium, right? Like, let's look at that for a second. Let's look at the fidelity in that. That's the most recent thing to see. Like what their game looks like, right? I can't play it. The Steam player is kind of anus. But like, this is what this looks like. Can I get an interior area, please? All the like hell areas. And the player broke again. Can the Steam player not be terrible? I can't like skip through it freely. I can't even play it again. The Steam player is like broken as hell. Please.
Say goodbye to my father.
Okay, I'm just gonna play a bit of this.
Dress him up for
Okay, here's an example. Are you kidding? Okay, here's this. This is what this looks like. Okay, you can see like a bit of thing in the cloth. Maybe get another angle. Please don't die. It died. Well, that's what that looks like, right? Cool. And then we go to like the layers of fear thing. I don't know, maybe I'm making something out of nothing.
and it is mine.
Well, there's the character there, like... Ugh, that's terrifying, actually. I didn't even notice that. Ugh. But there's this character there, right? I wanted to show a face of one of these characters, but unfortunately it's like... impossible to do, because all the things break. See, there's that. There's this guy. Look at him.
The day I went home.
Doesn't that detail on this face look way better than this? And obviously this is lower quality because it's like, you know, that's a live stream with a bitrate and everything, and that's like an HD uncompressed video on Steam, but like, I don't know. There's got to be like two divisions of Bloober Team, right? There's like the simpler games, and then there's like the big project games, right? And a lot of studios do that. But I don't know. But I don't know how good that game is. Is it going to be something that we could play on stream? Sure. A little while from now, it'll be early 2023. But you got a lot of things to play. I don't know anything to play, like, you know, soon. I don't know if there's anything to play soon. I guess that Neon White game we might try. Callisto Protocol's a way out. Routine didn't even really say when it's coming out, which is not a surprise. Never expected it was going to come out in the first place. Where is that game here? Okay, here's the Routine game. Did it say when? Or was it just at some point? That's Routine. Nah. I mean, it's PC, you know, Steam, everything. Oh, actually, it's not on PS5. Look at that. Huh. It is not on PlayStation. Haha. Not on PlayStation. Okay. Well, it's on PC, so that's good enough for me. Good enough for me. Alright. Well. When's the Devolver thing? Is it on their own channel? Let's look. Devolver thing's still like a while away, isn't it? Devolver Digital. Devolver. I mean, the thing is, realistically, there probably isn't actually too much that I care about. God, this is at 6? Damn, son. Damn, son. Maybe I won't worry about it. Maybe we'll just leave it at the Summer Games Fest for now. Because realistically, the only thing that I care about for that is Cult of the Lamb. I don't really follow anything else they do. It's just this. I'm not gonna worry about that. Since we're here, just for a minute, since we're here, I might just leave it at that. I might not worry about the Devolver thing for today. But there is Cult of the Lamb, which they've shown a little bit about, and I just kind of want to go over a little bit of what they've shown. So here it is here. I think this is just the animated thing. I drew some art about this on online. It's cool though. Look at that. Isn't that sick? You basically get killed and then you basically get resurrected with the sole purpose of starting a cult in the name of a demon. Pretty simple story. But it's cool. And then you like save other people that were gonna get killed and they have to join your cult. However, there are people that can like betray the cult. And you have to like snuff out the traitors and keep your cult pure. Which is like the whole area. That's the whole thing of like, you know, here's like the gameplay, right? This is what it looks like. You go and like you fight in these areas and it's like a bullet hell thing. People compare that to Binding of Isaac, which I definitely see. But then there's like the main, yeah, so then there's like survival elements, or like kind of survival elements, like you're building a cult. And when you go out and fight, you save people and they like join your cult, right? Yeah, and then beware of false prophets, so you have to like kill the people that are bad or tainted or whatever. This is what I've gathered from like things I've seen online. I don't know if everything I'm saying is right, but this is kind of the things that I'm seeing. Yeah, and then you have to like sacrifice people every once in a while, which is interesting. I don't know what that gains for you, but you can do it. Anyway, it looks really cool. I'm excited for it though. Actually has some merch you could buy before the game was even out, because it's taken enough of a following to warrant that. Thing is, I don't know if that's actually going to be anything that I want to do myself. I was going back and forth if I wanted to buy that, but I don't think I will. I think there was some gameplay they showed, yeah. Oh, it's just somebody's recording of it. But yeah, this is what the game looks like. This is like a demo they had somewhere. I think it was PAX, right? Didn't I just read that? It's PAX? Yeah, PAX East. Like, you have these other things, you have like outfit stuff too, which is interesting. Like, you have a crown ability, so you get like abilities you can unlock later and like different things, which is cool. So instead of having items like conventionally like you would have in something like Isaac, you have like abilities you gain as you go, and you can apply the abilities you go and take with you, which is a little bit more interesting. Not more interesting, but it makes it more unique than Isaac, so it's not quite the same. You have like a combat roll, so you have a roll to dodge, you can obviously go around. Again, any game like this would obviously be better with a controller. I like how your crown kind of like flies off of you while you're fighting and tries to like get back on your head. Cool little detail. Merciless dagger, so then you get like new weapons. You kind of do get item rooms, I guess. But there is like levels. Kind of. Weird little voices for all the characters, that's interesting. So there is a bit of a story to it. It doesn't seem like it's infinitely replayable, like Isaac is. But I hope it's a game that has like a bit of that extra like infinite replayability for some elements. That'd be cool. It looks really cool though, I really like the design of this game. And I like the way it looks. It's got this very like kind of almost pop art or like pop out book kind of thing going for it, which I like a lot. Looks really cool. Yeah, they go through the levels pretty quick too, though. So there's got to be a lot of levels. I would hope. I hope it's not short. Yeah, so either way, looking forward to playing this in the future, though. Apparently it's supposed to have a release date thing tonight. That's really the only thing I was wanting to watch, so I don't think I stick around all the way for Devolver's thing. Because that's really the only thing I care about. There might be other stuff in there. Anyway, I won't watch too much of this because I do want to leave it a little bit for, you know, I want to be left surprised as much as I can when the game comes out because I think it's cool. I really like the idea of it, and I do want to play it. I already want to play it, so I'm invested enough to know that I'm just like, oh, whenever it comes out, I'll get it. I'll play it. So once that point happens, it's like, why would you watch more stuff on it? But yeah, anyway, yeah. That's everything though for today, I think. I think we're gonna leave it there for now. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. All those games, I think, if possible, I'll play on the channel in the future. I do want to play the Callisto Protocol for sure. Routine, I really want to play. I don't know when that's going to be out. Probably still not for a while. Fort Solace, don't know when that's coming out either. Don't really know much about it. That's more of a story thing, so that might be something I play on my own. The things that are like super story driven are not really as good on stream. Death Stranding's kind of that way, but I like it so much that I have to stream it. I have to stream it. I know it's not like the biggest thing ever to be like, oh my god, you know, super interesting, tune into the stream, but I enjoy it, so I feel like I have to at least have like a set of streams that is playing it all the way through, at least, you know, from the beginning of the story to the end of the story, at least that, you know, so that is why we are streaming that. But usually a game like that I wouldn't be super into. Control's kind of that way, but it's more action-y than story. It does have a story through it, and it does, like, it is important, and there's a lot of like lore, but you don't have to read it, and it's still a fun game without investing in the lore. I've already done that, so I was wanting to do Control and play through it and just kind of keep it action-packed and then kind of explain bits of the story as we go through. But Control's a cursed game that I'm not allowed to stream, so whatever. Anyway, yeah, that should be everything for today, though. I did enjoy that. I did enjoy everything we saw. And yeah, really cool stuff. Really, really cool. At least in terms of like the space horror stuff. Some of the other stuff is cool. It's cool to see that Bloober has another game coming out too. I do hope Layers of Fears is good, but I'm partially skeptical on that. And Neon White, that comes out soon. I'm gonna stick around and look at Next Fest, Team Next Fest, to see if there's a demo of that, because I think that'll really determine if I enjoy it or not. It looks cool, visually it looks cool, but that doesn't always determine that. I played a game on my own that I was going to play on stream. I'm happy I didn't because it was kind of repetitive and it wasn't as fun as I was hoping. It was this game called XO1. I think I talked about this on another stream. But you play as like this ball, which has like gravity, and the environment has like hills and slopes in it. So you like try to go down a slope with like forcing gravity down, and then you roll down the slope, and then when you start to go up the slope, you release, and then you launch off. And then you can transform into like a disc for a certain amount of time, and it kind of like glides through the air, and you get like a little double jump too that you can use. So you're kind of like skipping a rock after in the air, and then eventually you won't be able to be the glider anymore, and you'll be forced into the ball. And if you press down again, you'll force gravity, and then you can get to another thing, and that's basically the whole loop of it. Somebody that's playing it that really knows what they're doing, it looks really fun. But coming in as a new player, at first, where like you'd think when you force the gravity that you'd have your forward momentum and you'd go down, but it's so harsh that it just goes like straight down. So you really have to be like cautious and know and try to like remember what's directly under you. It didn't exactly flow the way I thought, but eventually I got used to it. But even then, there's like times where I just like don't hit the slope right, and then you lose a lot of momentum, and it's just like really slow, and it's hard to gain your momentum back. It wasn't as fun playing it as I was hoping. Once you get your momentum going and you like get a chain together, it's really fun. But then it started to get repetitive because that's really all it was built on. And then you were just trying to like go through the air and try to like gather these little tiny orbs in the air. And it wasn't linear, it was very like open. so sometimes it was hard to know where to go. It was a little weird. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't really like a great stream game. There was also some times where like the game just broke and didn't work. There was one level that was like anti-gravity, and basically like you were like in space and you had to shoot yourself. You had to essentially go in these craters of planets to gain your speed, and then gain enough speed to launch yourself off the planet and go to the next one, and then like enter their gravity. Didn't work that well. Eventually I got off a planet, I just shot myself into space, which you're not supposed to do, because eventually like the closest thing with gravity is supposed to take you to it, but nothing did. Eventually I was able to, actually I wasn't fully soft locked, but I almost was soft locked. I had to basically like weave myself with like a few little pixels of movement I could get by being in the glider mode. Because it will eventually give you glider mode back if you're like in the air too long as a ball. I think that's more of like a precaution if like something weird happens. Try to help you get out. So I would eventually go in the glider mode and just like weave back and forth a little bit, and eventually it got me to the structure I needed to get to progress to the next level. It was weird, but yeah. It was also strange. That was right around the time that Xbox Game Pass like had a thing where it was down for like days at a time and people couldn't play any games. I was actually in the middle of playing the game and it just like, boom, gone, game's out. It was like instantaneous. I was like, wow, I just can't play anymore. I thought the game like crashed like really hard, but no, it was just Game Pass telling me, no, you're denied because our services are down. Okay, cool. I eventually did get to finish it, but I was literally like one level away from beating the game too. So I think it was like I was like close to the end of one level and there was one more level that there was to play, and that was it. So, oh well, anyway. Alright, I'll shut up though. I think that'll be everything for tonight. I was planning on going a bit longer with the Devolver thing. I thought the Summer Games Fest was 1 more hour. I thought it was 3 hours, it was only 2. That's fine though, they still announced it like plenty of stuff, so I'm satisfied with that, it went well. But yeah, I do thank you guys so much for watching and chilling with me while watching this, and next stream will be tomorrow. We got a Shot to the Moon art stream once again. Details about that stuff will be posted following the campfire in the Shot to the Moon Discord, in the Illustrators Room channel on that Discord. So if you do want to participate with that stream artistically as well, you can definitely do that. But of course, that's totally optional if you want to do, and you can kind of just come and chill out while we do some art. Yeah, planning to do some more character stuff, I believe, but I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to spoil it too much. And then Saturday, I'm busy, so I won't be able to stream on Saturday, but there might be a stream on Sunday if there's the Xbox Bethesda thing. I might be doing that. Might do that. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I'm going to leave it there. Links are below the stream for everything that you can see from me, stuff to the Discord, Archive VOD channel, which is now updated, so things will be up there sooner than later now, because everything's up to date, so that's really cool. And then, yeah, that's basically it. My Twitter and everything's there. Thank you so much, guys. And take care. See ya. Bye, guys.